Because you smiling.
He lying.
Well, on the recorded podcast, it was always rolling, but on the video podcast, we just started.
Okay.
So
So we just started. So
yeah.
Sanjeev, how have you been?
In Quarentino, Valentino.
How have you been in quarantine, Sanjeev?
It's
It's so
it,
What's
It's-
been?
it really feels like like normal, I guess. But
Just home playing games.
the only thing that sucks is just not being able to go out, like
Yeah.
unless it's for necessities.
Yeah. Is your mom like paranoid about it?
She is, but it was like during like okay, if it was in the daytime,
Yeah.
then maybe she'd be alright with it. But since like this whole quarantine, and shit,
Yeah.
it's like we've got to be a little bit more safer with it.
Yeah.
Understandably.
And now that everything is like closed, there's no point to go out anyway. So it's just kind of like
Oh,
even
yeah.
worse. Everybody's just like, there's nothing to do. There's so little to do. What the picture?
But yeah, if you're just tuning in now, this is Sanjeev, our guest. He was here before.
He's beautiful.
Yeah, he's here now, but in picture form, he's right above us. I can't even do it. He's right there. He's right. He's right there. He's right here. And I'll send you the link so you can see what we're even doing, because you can't even see what we're doing.
Yeah. But yeah.
We've been. What do you think about it, Sanjeev? You've been going out. Have you even stepped out to do groceries or food or anything?
Most of the time when I go out now, it's like for stuff like we need. Like yesterday I had to go out so I could get some cat food, and like some replacement coffee filters and shit like that.
Oh, yeah,
But
important.
I haven't gone to like McDonald's or any like fast food joints at all. It's literally just me going out for like stuff we need, and that's it.
Yeah. Pretty much same.
Yeah.
We've been-
I haven't even been going out. We've just been ordering stuff from Whole Foods,
Yeah.
and then we just take walks.
I've been ordering Chinese food.
just to
Because-
stick it to them.
Just because like I already saw reports of like people saying that like their Chinese food restaurants increase their prices.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah, because
They've increased their prices?
because they haven't gotten any sales, and so
Oh, so
to stay
to
afloat they need to increase their prices.
Honestly, understandable.
And so I'm like, damn, I want to keep supporting my Chinese restaurants.
how much did you notice a big change or no?
Not really, not here yet, but like apparently it happened in Queens already,
That's
and
crazy.
in Brooklyn, I think.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want these people to increase the price, so I'm just gonna keep buying their food.
I wish
It's
people
like, that's
were
crazy.
fucking racially paranoid about this shit.
Yeah. Asian people got a whole thing to deal with now, a whole new thing to deal with.
How have the TikTok's been?
Ting tong.
Ting ting tong tings.
But TikTok got more content, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
Yo, I'm gonna destroy you guys with this TikTok. Do you know about the TikTok challenge, Sanji?
The one where you do like that crazy dance.
No. Well, me and my brothers, we have this challenge where we all three of us made TikToks, and we're gonna see who gets the most follower to like ratio and
I haven't
views
done,
and all
I
that.
haven't done anything.
Oh,
And I just decimated them. I posted a
Yeah.
video yesterday of me recording a tree, and it got like 300 views.
Why?
And 52 likes.
Why?
Recording a tree.
Yeah. And then a person in the comments was like, "Why is this on my feed?" I was like,
Damn.
"It was great."
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't know what fucking content I would make on TikTok.
Yeah, I don't know what the algorithm is.
Yeah,
I don't
the
know how to
algorithm
crack
is
it.
it's so hard to like crack.
Sometimes
There's no
I'll
way
see
to,
something-
like, sneak in there,
I'll see something with 100,000 likes,
and it's
and it's the dumbest,
nothing. Yeah,
most unfunny video I've
Yeah.
ever seen, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
yeah. I don't get it.
And then Melvin makes genius ass TikTok. He makes some
And he
funny
gets-
stuff.
he
and he
gets,
gets
like-
nothing. It's
Like 30
injustice.
30 likes. That's what I'm.
There's no justice out here for TikTok.
Oh, D.
For
I don't
these.
get it. I think that's why I'm like slowing down. Like I feel like I could have been more on top of it. Moan's going to poop right now. I bet you. Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought that was a fart. I'm not.
No. Mo moved his chair back. But yeah, I don't get it. It's hard to crack the code.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's no real
The
like.
algorithm's crazy.
It is. It's tough. In my favorite game news, they added a new character to Crash Team Racing,
That's just the box.
and it's just one of the boxes. Have you
do
seen
you,
that?
do you think
Sanji?
they created that out of like, all right, we're locked in here
No, it was
in
a
quarantine, and
nah.
we're just gonna make this?
It was a subreddit meme.
Oh,
of
and
like some guy just going crazy, being like,
they got to put the box in.
we should put the inanimate box as a character in Crash Team Racing, and like you literally unlock a box and you drive around in a box, and then his winning animation is just him. It's sitting there. It doesn't move or anything. It's just a box.
Doesn't make any noises.
No,
God.
no noises. Well, it kind of like shines because it's an iron box.
It's like box noises.
Yeah, box noises.
If you turn the subtitles on, it should say
Yeah.
box noises in
Box
parentheses.
That's what everybody was saying. Everybody was like, the box. Yeah, it's that song as a character. But that's Mario Kart would never. They
No,
ta-
they would
they
never do
take
that.
they take their cartoon racing game too serious.
Too serious.
Yeah.
A cartoon race. I love that sentence.
No, I know that's what Nintendo's
take
all
their
about. They
cartoon
take their
racing game
cartoon
too
racing
serious.
game way too serious. They don't even like. Can you imagine Mario Kart? They added like a question mark box in there.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be so funny.
Yeah.
But Crash did it first, so now it would be copying.
I mean, it's not the,
They already
it's not the
copied
first
that.
time.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time. But yeah, that's my favorite thing that's happened this week. I mean, Arm's character in Smash.
Yo,
Sanjeev, how do you feel about that?
Oh, yeah.
Low-key, I'm excited. It's been a while since like ARMS was relevant again.
That's
and,
true.
like,
Is that the next pack?
What?
Huh?
It's the next pack.
It is the next pack, yeah.
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 The next pack.
I'm
is gonna
telling
be
you,
an Arm's
I called
character.
it a long time ago. If it's Max Brass, I
It's
called
gotta be
it
Max
a long
Brass,
time
yo.
ago.
I would be excited if it was Max Bass, but also I
No,
want the
Twin Tail.
character with the fat ass. So
Twin
my-
Tail.
That's not Twin Tail.
yeah.
She's mad thin.
Just that.
Alright.
I just want
That's brazy.
I just want my top heavy Max Brass guy in there.
I want my
looks like a
bottom.
Dorito.
heavy.
Bottom heavy.
Bottom heavy. That's crazy. You know what I've been playing? I've been playing Terraria.
Terraria. Yeah, I want to.
Terraria. Oh man.
We should all play.
Yo, Sanjeev.
Does Sanjeev have it? Do you have it?
I forgot. Is Terraria like
It's a 2D Minecraft.
2D Minecraft, basically.
Right.
I think
okay,
you'll like
okay.
it.
It's fun. There's a lot to do.
There's
Yeah.
surprisingly
Speaking
a
of-
lot to do. I
yeah.
feel like on the surface it's kind of just like
Well, yeah, because I was talking to Ken about it, and he was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, it's not my game," and I'm like, and he was like, "It's not simple enough like Minecraft." I was like, "I feel like Minecraft is way more complicated
now.
and less to
yeah.
do, and
I
less
feel like
things
when
to
they
do."
when they both came out, Minecraft was
Yeah, it was way,
simpler.
way better.
Yeah.
And then I feel like as time went on, Terraria I don't know, Terraria
Terraria's
is just
just
so fun.
so fun.
There's so much you could do.
I have the most hours of that in Steam.
It's so fun.
It's actually more than Gary's mod.
Oh yeah.
Mine is at like 250 or something like that, and Gary's mod is like 230. And I'm like,
But
why did I
yeah,
spend so
I've been
much?
addicted to just building stuff, and I haven't
Oh,
even
you've been building?
I've not even
Yeah,
been doing
you're
any of the story.
crazy.
And I have like a castle, and I have
Nah.
like a. I don't have anything.
Nah,
I'm
for
like my
me,
character's
I'm
butt
just
ass
like-
naked. I don't.
Now you know what I hate because there's like random events,
Mhm.
and like I remember I made this new world because I was just starting, and then like I beat the first boss, and I think that's when you start getting the chances to get meteorites.
Yeah.
And like 3 nights in a row, I had meteorites, and they were all near my house,
Yeah.
and basically my house just became like an enemy zone, and I had to move my entire.
Can your meteorite fall on your house?
I think there is a chance of it to land on your house and
That's so
completely
unfortunate.
destroy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So Minecraft, Terraria, meteor falls on your house. You
Yeah.
just send me a Twitter link.
I can't play both either.
Speaking of
no.
Not even Terraria. You played for a
No.
little bit though.
I feel like
I
you'd
played
like- you
Terraria
played it more
for
than
like
Minecraft.
an hour.
You played it more than
No,
Minecraft.
I definitely
you
did not.
You don't like
Definitely
Minecraft either?
not.
No, so crafting games are just not your thing.
Nah.
But that's the thing.
I feel like I'm just not achieving anything.
Terraria
No,
doesn't.
the thing is in Terraria there's bosses.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, I know there's
the-
bosses, but it's just
And there's
like,
actual like progression. Like you can upgrade the certain weapons that you have, and then fight tougher bosses. And they added OD new bosses, and they're really
yeah,
fun.
but yeah.
Try it again. You
When
already
the-
have it in your thing, so
well-
it's not like you're buying it.
Well,
You forced Kenny to get the pre-sequel.
I bought it for him. What do you mean?
That's okay, true. But you already okay. But you already have it though.
Forced him to get it.
Yo, Sanjeev. Sanjeev.
Craft adjacent game.
Wait, what?
I know really want to get Animal Crossing.
I
yeah,
wanted that. I want that
I
too,
want-
but I
I
got
kinda
no
want it too.
money.
No money. Even
Yo,
though I just
same.
said-
I was like, man, I really should like. I even opened like a $15 like. I will literally do anything to get this game at the moment.
Oh, commissions.
Commission.
Yeah, because I refuse to take donations.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, just open up a Twitch and then don't feel so bad about taking donations.
Yeah, because it's doing work.
Just stream more.
Technically.
Yeah, and just be like, I'll take a donation.
Stream and then hope that Mr. Beast finds your thing and gives you $10,000.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
But
There you
I
go.
know I have
don't
like
even know
a
what that is.
Mr. Beast?
What does he do?
You don't know Mr. Beast?
He
The guy that
gives-
planted
Mr.
20,
Beast
20
is
million
like
trees.
widely
never-
known
I don't
As
know.
if
for
you're
like
so
you know.
old man.
Oh yeah.
What the hell?
He goes.
I've
into,
heard
like,
I've heard the name before.
He goes into like Walmart's and he's like, he finds random people and he's like, yo, anything you can carry, I'll buy for you.
Oh.
And,
Yeah,
like, he
and
just does mad stuff like
Basically,
that.
he just has like mad ad revenue and stuff like that. And then,
Yeah.
So
like,
he's to the point where he has so much money.
ad revenue and like he gets like sponsored and like a whole bunch of stuff.
So would he find this podcast?
And yeah, one of his things was to find like streamers that have like one view and donate them mad money. And so I was like,
Yeah,
yo,
there was
you
like a
know,
bunch of compilations of that.
Yeah, there is. It's crazy.
And like you'll
Mostly
see like
by
the streamers and it'll be like, oh, Mr. Beast just like sent me like $20,000.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So you might get lucky. Just hop in. Hop in. Twitch and-
There you go. Stream
Yeah.
more. There's nothing
Speaking
else to
of-
do on the quarantine.
Exactly. Speaking of
Yeah. Speaking of streaming, I guess like since I'm not going to work physically, I'm just kind of been doing it a lot more now.
doing what? Streaming. I'm stupid.
Oh, I thought he meant
Yeah,
working.
Yeah, I thought you meant working.
You're working
too.
from home. You're folding clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
man, fuck that.
I was like, yo, this boy's actually folding clothes at home.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Taking a picture, sending it to them. I did my work.
I
boss.
did my work here.
Yeah. You're being paid, right?
They like send me like a whole package of like unfolded clothes, and I have.
I love how he's just like, hold on that one.
Can you imagine?
Just a
It's
box.
Just a box of mad clothes. It's like, well, you got to keep going, right?
It's just like all
Yeah.
thrown in there.
Yeah, it's just like mad
It's
messy.
like you open
OD
it.
wrinkled.
Yo, what if
too.
you send it back like that?
It's like, here you go, job
You're,
done.
you're fired.
But
That's crazy.
are you still on the 2-week like paid leave, or was it 2-week minimum?
So I think it's like 2 weeks. I have to talk with So our managers is going to talk with us one-on-one and explain like how the pay thing is gonna work.
I
Like
see.
we already did get paid for the 14 days, but like they're still gonna like
stores
if
are
this
still
thing
closed, right?
continues
I think that whole
on.
area is closed.
Yeah, Rich Hill's closed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the whole-
It's crazy.
That's crazy. So you can't even drive up there.
You can't. Yeah.
What about Whole Foods?
Quarantine.
But you can order.
I'm
from
like-
I guess you can just order. and
Yeah,
that's it.
people still go to work.
Mhm.
Like it's usually just like supermarket workers and like food
Yeah.
workers. Damn, imagine we were still at Sobel, Senji.
Bro,
We
man,
would actually still have to go to work. Especially knowing
Fucking-
Scott.
fucking
Walks
rest
in.
in peace for
Rest in peace. Yeah, true. Rest in peace.
rest
for
in
everybody
peace
working.
Trekkers.
Why?
Good lord.
Because they're working right now.
So
Yeah, but like I don't want to be working when everybody else is quarantined, having a fun old time. Well, it's not really fun. Some people are just like dying. But like me, I would have fun in here compared to like
You're
I'd
having
rather
fun?
be here where I am now than working at Sobel, is what I'm saying.
they got a job.
Because then I have to go over there.
A lot of
You know what?
people-
You're mad
a lot of
right.
people lost
I just
their
don't want to
jobs.
deal with Scott, and I don't want to deal with whatever her name is, the manager there. Scott is a bonehead, and that girl's
Yeah.
she's the worst. Oh my god, she's the worst. I don't like her. I forgot her name. What's her name? Astrid. I'm calling you out. Astrid.
She was
She was
I
cool,
don't
and then
know
she got
why
mad at me for not
anyone
banging
be
one mango on the floor.
condescending
Like,
in a fuck.
That's crazy.
she got so like she got heated, like mad. And mind you, okay, because like let me tell you the whole thing that happened.
Like-
Isaiah.
Like
Wait, hold on. What were you saying, Sanjeev? Let me not interrupt.
so.
Oh, you good?
Sent you?
Sanjeev, you died. Sanjeev, where's your mic?
What?
Oh,
We couldn't hear you for a second.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's the connection, right? It's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah. Honestly, like every time I go, when I used to work there, Astrid was real. I doubt anyone's gonna fucking know who we're talking about.
Yeah,
thankfully.
no. But like in case this episode happens to pop off out of nowhere,
quarantine. I
because
mean,
quarantine,
hey, people
yeah,
are listening to
that's
stuff
true.
more.
People are listening to whatever now.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't understand how someone could get mad for like
Let
a
me tell you.
fruit on the floor. Is
Let
like
me
a-
tell
like
you,
something
Melvin.
in our workplace is like people get bitten, and people get punched in the face, and people get suplexed.
Yeah.
You know?
Let me tell you why I should have been mad at her. Because, okay, so basically at Sobo, you make like these blends so that you can have them prepared for the next day. And usually when it's like really close to closing, we don't do them because it's like, okay, we'll just leave a note for the morning people, and then the morning people will do it.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, we can just leave a note. You know, that's fine. I already texted manager. He said it was all right. And so she was like, no, do it now, and I'll clean the rest of the store. And I was like, bet. I don't like cleaning the rest of the store because it's always nasty. There's always people getting ice cream and coming into our store and leaving ice cream on the floor.
Yeah.
Makes no sense. So I was like, fine, you clean the rest of the store. And so I'm doing the blends, right? I'm done with one. You have to do two to make one blend. So 2 blenders to make one full thing. So I finished with one. I looked over to her, and she was just wiping down the counters. And I was like, okay, like this is fine. Like,
You know, like taking a second ass time.
because I was like, I already wiped those counters, but okay, we'll see how this goes. And so I start doing the second blend, and I'm like pretty much done with it. It takes about like 15 minutes to do one, 15 to 30, depending on like how like thick it is, icy. And so I'm done with the second one, and I turn over, and she's still wiping the same counter, and I was like, yo,
damn, she's playing it.
I was like, yo, she's not really doing this right now. Mind you, this is like 10 minutes before we close.
I'm imagining like
I would have just been like, yo, I wiped those already. Like, I wiped those already.
I think
Why did you say that?
I feel like I did tell her.
Gabriel.
I can't imagine Melvin in the retail.
But I don't remember. No, because like the first one, right? It was the first one. And then like I look over and she's like, all right, I'm done. You have to mop. And I was like, no, I did all the blends. And then she was like, oh, but we don't have time left. And I'm like, I did the blends.
Yo,
you said you were going to clean.
First off, I don't even like my co-workers.
Co-workers.
You're not the boss of me telling me you have to mop.
Yeah.
What do you mean
OD.
I have to? I would have been like,
that's why I was like, that's why I told her. I was like, I did the blends. You said you were going to do the rest of the store.
Yeah, Melvin would have been like,
okay. And then she was like, oh, what? Like, I forgot. She made up some weird ass excuse. And then I was like, I just want to leave, right? I'm like, all right, I'll sweep really quick, and then you can mop.
Yeah.
Sweeping is mad easy. And then so I ran around and I swept mad fast, and I forgot one mango that's underneath the refrigerator.
and she wasn't a manager or anything?
No manager, no nothing.
She's just a regular associate.
Yeah. And so I swooped everything. I was like, all right, I'm done. She goes, you're not done. And I was like, what? She said, there's something under the floor. Like, why'd you sweep it under the thing? And I was like, I didn't sweep it under the thing. And then she was like, yeah, there is right here. Look, I'm gonna send a picture. And then like she goes down and she starts taking pictures of like the single mango
Bro.
that's on the floor.
If it's that much of an issue, why don't you fucking take care of it
That's
yourself?
what I'm saying. Pick it up. It's one mango. Like you're right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I looked at her. I said, "Look, done." And I put it into the trash. And I walked
Damn,
away.
we gave her attitude.
I was mad because she was just like, she's getting mad because like literally, it's done.
Damn.
Boom, threw it out, and I walked away. And then she like sucked her teeth, and then she started mopping.
Damn.
And then like I looked at her. I was like,
Like
you
she
need-" I
should have
was like,
done.
Is everything else done? And then she starts looking around, looking for stuff to like, and I'm like. It's only the floors.
Yeah.
And I look over at all the tables, all the counters, it's all done. I'm like,
You
all right, I'm
dipped
gonna
on
go.
her?
Yeah, I left. Usually, you're not supposed to do that. But
I can't
like,
believe that. I can't like. I think it's just like the difference in like our like tones of voice though.
Yeah.
That if like
Not tones of voice.
initially
it's just-
if initially she had said that to me, I would have made her
Yeah.
feel like she was
Yeah.
actually retarded. Like I would have made her feel like she was like, you know.
Anytime
that
I
was,
have
the
to
one
go,
time. What happened?
yeah. Anytime I have to go into work and I have to work with her, I feel like the biggest dread
And then her
because
name,
Her name is.
it's always like like the condescending attitude she gives me.
that's
Like
true.
anytime I fucking breathe when I work there is
She was
astounding.
always like, oh, like, because she knew that you were my friend, and she was like, oh, your friend's really slow, and I was like,
Damn.
and I like, I didn't see him work at that point because we would always be.
She was
scheduled,
talking about
like, separate.
Sanjeev?
Yeah.
I would have been like, you're.
But the thing is like I never see like I'm not gonna like if somebody's slow, they're slow. You know, I'm not gonna be like.
But wait, what does she mean? Like, but
No, like working. No, I clarified that. No, I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, oh, like when he does the blends and stuff like that. I'm like, he's new.
yeah, I feel like she didn't get that. Like,
that you were new, because we've been
The-
working at White Plains for mad long, and then
Yeah.
like, we just started working in the Yonkers store, and we just hired like everybody there. She was like, your friend is slow, and I was like, what do you mean by that? Like, you're saying he's stupid, like mentally? Like, what's
dumb?
happening?
Is he slow
And then
brain?
she was like, oh no, like working wise. I'm like, well, yeah, he's new. I was like, I was slow when I was new. I didn't even know how to cut the strawberries.
Nah,
I was
see,
making
I don't
myself-
even like that though. I don't like that though.
I mean,
I still don't like that.
I don't like her. Yeah,
I would have been like,
Yeah.
like if I've been in a situation like that where somebody's talking to me about my friend,
yeah.
and I always give them the same response. I'm
Yeah.
like, why are you telling me? Go tell them. Go tell them.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
tell
true.
me.
That's
Why are you
true.
talking behind her
Yeah, I
back?
don't know why she didn't go tell you. Did she ever tell you, Sanjeev?
No, all she does is like do
what I'm
like
saying.
fucking
She's retarded.
passive aggressive statements towards me, and then try to treat me like I'm fucking 12 years
See,
old. Like
that's what I
this is
hate.
how you
Yeah,
when
I hate
when
that.
when a new person starts working somewhere, and then the people that they're working for, they expect you to just know everything, and
everything,
be
yeah.
dumb fast at
Yeah.
everything. So no, let me learn real quick.
There was one time that was it with you, Sanjeev, when we were trying to figure out what goes in the pitaya blend?
Yeah.
This boy confused the hell out of me because like you're supposed to use specific fruits for the blends, and then for that same flavor blend, if you make it into a smoothie, it's different fruit. So I think it was in the smoothie you use mangoes, and in the blend you use strawberries. And, like,
That's the part that confused me though, because like the whole time, like when
Yeah.
we're like making smoothies, it was like,
it's always with strawberries.
why are we using strawberries?
always
That
with
makes no
mangoes in the
fucking
smoothies.
sense.
And so
It makes no fucking
it makes no sense. Why would they be different, right? It's
Yeah.
like why?
Yeah.
And so I'm there confidently putting in the mangoes in the blend.
Yeah.
And then Sanjeev's like, the strawberries in there. And I was like, no, it's not. It's mangoes. I've been working here longer. And then you're just like, no, it's strawberries. That's how we make the smoothies. And then it took me a second. I was like, wait a second. I was like, are you serious? And then you were like, yeah. And I was like, I don't know. Like, because we didn't have, I think they took down the paper that has all the ingredients. on
Yeah.
it, which is stupid. Why would they do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're supposed to
It
know.
frustrated the hell out of me. Why would you make a
be a
paper like
master.
It
that?
takes me
You have
1
to be a
second to look
master.
at the ingredients. It's not like I'm there like,
You gotta be a
what's
master.
on this list? Like, split second. Okay, strawberries. Boom. Let me put it in. That's it.
You're so
Done.
bad.
And so, like, and Sanjeev is here, like, opposite braining me.
Opposite
he's like,
brain, damn.
he's
Oh,
like,
yo,
yo.
that's crazy. You were
But like,
assaulting
it's
me.
not like I'm blaming you because like it makes sense. You're thinking that like those are the ingredients we
Yeah.
use in the smoothie, so
Yeah.
obviously we use it in the blends. The blends are thicker. We use it in the bowls.
Yeah.
And so like, it's the same flavor. And like, I think we made it wrong too the first time. And then we went to the
Yeah.
one that was already made and tasted it and tasted the other one and it tasted the same. And it
Yeah,
turns
that's the
out-
part I don't get. Why the fuck does
Mangoes and strawberries.
they all taste the same? What's
you
the
blend it all
issue?
together. Yeah.
Mangoes and strawberries.
It's like five different smoothies. They all taste the
Yeah.
same.
And so we tasted both of them. We're like, they taste the same. And then I had to call Patrick. I was like, yo, how do you make them? And he goes, oh, with strawberries. And I was like, well, I made one with mango. And he said, don't worry, just leave it out. We could turn it into like smoothie mix. And I was like, bet. And so we just made it with strawberries. And then me and Sanjeev the entire night, we were like, why do they make it different? Like, what's the point?
What if you got someone that was like,
Yeah.
it's like,
The thing is, the thing is, it
Uh-huh.
sucks too because Patrick was the one that was like, you guys know it. You guys know the thing. So
Yeah.
we're taking this down for the other people that don't know it. So
Yeah.
that they can like, get their brain up or
Could have
whatever.
just taken a picture and posted
Yeah.
another one.
But I didn't. He took it down like before we even knew, and so like I had to be the one to call and be like, "Hey, I forgot this."
Bro, I
People,
get
like,
so
trusted me. I'm
pressed
like, you
when
know
it. Why would they make a paper like that shows the fucking instructions
And
and
then
then,
take it
take it down?
Why would they just not have enough for every store?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why-
let's
yeah.
have one paper.
No, I think it was just the fact that like they wanted us to memorize it, and I think
And
Scott
then
was the
add-
one.
Be a
I think
master.
Scott was the one that like was the biggest one.
That's
on it.
dumb.
Scott is dumb.
Yeah, and then fucking Astrid gets on my case because I'm trying to like use the paper to figure out what the hell I'm supposed to do.
Oh yeah, and she's just like,
He's like,
"Oh, you're
you
supposed
should
to know it
know.
without.
I'm like, no, fuck, I don't.
I don't know it. I remember one time I I went into the freezer for Ralph's, and they have brownies in there because they use it for like I stole one and I ate it right. And then
they're
one
gonna
time-
sue you.
Yo,
They're
no,
gonna find this
no,
video.
like, I found two.
They're gonna tell you.
Scott knew. This is
Oh.
the story about how Scott found out because I took two of them, right? And I put both of them on the counter. This is when I was working in White Plains, and like I bit into one, I put it down, and Scott walked in, and he was like, "Why are you stealing Ralph's brownies?" And I said, "No, I'm not." But like, I didn't mean to lie to him. It's
Yeah.
just he put me on the spot like
Yeah.
that. He walked in. Why is the Ralph's brownies here? Turns around. I'm like, no, there's not. And I turn around. He goes, yes, there is. You even took a bite out of one. And I was like, damn. I felt so stupid because there's nothing I could do. He put me on the spot mad hard, and I was like, yeah, I was like, oh. And he just walked away because he walked away mad fast.
Yeah.
He literally just like, why'd you take a bite out of one? put it back, and he goes, "Don't take them because they count it and stuff." And I was like, "Oh, my bad. I don't know. I was hungry." And he was like, "It's all right." Like he's weird because he's half understanding, but then half like
dumb.
Yeah. And so he's like, "It's all right. I get it." And I was like, "Okay." And then I asked Ralph's employees, and he goes, "We don't count the brownies." I'm like, "What the hell?"
Does he own that too?
Yeah.
How did he not know that?
I don't know.
You're driving me away.
And so he's like the worker at Ralph's. He's like, "We don't even count the brownies. What is he talking about?"
That's crazy.
He was like, "You can take the brownies whenever you want." And I was like, "Okay." I never took the
He
brownies.
shouldn't have lied though.
I would have just
been like, yo.
That's the thing. I would have said immediately, it's like, yeah, I was hungry. Like,
I could imagine you walking out with the brownies eating.
Yeah.
Crumbs on
I
your
would have been
burger.
eating
but the
it
thing
in
is,
his
it's
face.
because like, I think the thing is like I didn't register that the brownies were from Ralph's, and so I was thinking that like there's cups from Ralph's or like there's like other stuff from Ralph's because it doesn't have a logo on the brownies, like on the wrapper. And so he came in white stuff from Ralph's. I was like, "There's nothing from Ralph's here."
I would have been like, because I work here. I could
And
eat
he
brownies.
goes, "This brownie." I was like, "Oh, damn!" He caught me. He goes, "You even took a bite out of it. There's a whole bite mark out of it." Made me look like such an idiot, yo. I don't think I've ever looked like more than an idiot than that moment. He caught me good though.
Is that the?
I think that was like the pinnacle.
What's the
like,
craziest work story in general though? Of all
I
time?
think my favorite one is the one with Ivan.
What happened?
Sanjeev, do you know the one with Ivan?
Oh,
with
yeah.
the smoothie?
Yeah.
Yo, Ivan, some dude walks in. He goes, "Yo, let me get a smoothie." And Ivan's like, "Bet." So he goes into the back because that's where we have the blenders behind like the counter where you can't even see. And Ivan starts putting the stuff in, blends it. Takes like 3 minutes. Walks out. Here you go. And the guy's like, "Why didn't you make the smoothie out here?" And Ivan was like, "Because the blenders are back there." And he goes, "All right, next time make the smoothies out here." Walks away and throws the entire thing in the trash. But like it splatters everywhere, all across the wall and everything. And Ivan said he was about to go fight him, but I think he was with somebody that told him like not to. But he was like, "Yo, just."
I would have yanked his collar, yo.
On God,
I said too. I was
like,
"No." I was like, "Are you?" I was like, "First of all, you idiot! Like,
And he paid for it?
he paid for it." So I'm like, "First of all, you paid for it. You're stupid. Second of all, you ruined our store. You should get like, I don't know. I feel like something should happen to him. I feel like there's something there that
No, I would have known in that moment nothing.
Oh, no, I
would
would've
have
clocked out.
and that's why I would have pulled his collar, locked the door, been like, "You're cleaning this
I
shit
feel like,
right now."
Ivan has too much self-control. I think that's the thing. He didn't. He never puts himself over. He has too much self-control, and it's just like, okay, I'm just gonna let him walk out. And I was like, what? How would you let him do that?
That's why I think everything that I've never been put in a situation that gets me overboard. Only with my kids, but with the kids it's fine.
I can imagine you with
I can't even imagine you working like food service.
But in all of your jobs, that's the crazy. You think that's the
in all of my jobs, damn, I don't even know.
appalling?
I mean, there's the Payoneer job.
Oh, those are just funny.
I don't even know
The
if I
guy-
could talk about that.
Yeah.
Well, like, I guess I can say that because like people are like, when you sign up for something and like to identify yourself, you need to send a picture of your face with a paper that says like the company's name and then the date and then your ID in the same picture. And like people would send us like super obvious photoshopped ass like butt cheek looking Photoshop, like they did it in paint. Like
I am 12.
Yeah, like it's like a square of somebody's face and it's like pasted on somebody else's body.
You sent me that picture that had me dying, where it's like this like brown dude with a white neck.
Yo, yeah,
and his like.
Yeah,
and like his ears weren't even lined up.
Very
right.
clearly like dark Middle Eastern.
He was holding up the paper, right?
And then his neck is like
he's holding up a paper,
white.
right? And it says what? What did it say?
It says Payoneer, but it was written in like the pencil tool in paint. Like it wasn't even the brush tool in paint.
Yeah.
It was the pencil tool. So it was mad pixely, and it looked so bad. And I was like, "Yo,
that's funny."
And
this does not pass the smell test.
And that was another one. It was like does not pass the smell. But I think all the fake ID. Oh no, one of the this isn't technically my story, but also Payoneer. Basically, Payoneer is like online banking, and like people just like put their money in there to go around like bank accounts. Because I think in like the Middle East, you can't do freelance. In order to have a bank account, you need to work for a company.
Yeah.
So it's hard to do freelance there, and so like Payoneer is like their only option and stuff. But one time there was this dude that would like called in because I was customer service, and my trainer was telling me the story, and he was like, "Yeah, somebody called in one day." He said it was one of his first days, and the dude was like crying in tears. He's like, "Let me get my money out, please. Like I need it. Like there's like $1 million in there, and like I need it transferred to my bank account." And then like he was like, "There's nothing I can do." It was like flagged by the risk team, and once it's flagged by risk, it's kind of just like this is bad money and we have to keep it, but not for us to use. We have to keep it to the side because like it's like dirty money basically.
Yeah.
And so $1 million dirty money.
That's crazy.
And this dude was calling in crying, like in tears, like yelling, like, please let me get my money back, this and that. And like he was like, I can't do it. I could give you to my managers and stuff like that. And never gave me back the money. And then this was in training too. Damn. And one of my coworkers looked at me, he's like, yo, you probably killed somebody. He's like, he's probably like some drug dealer, like some mafia type thing that you needed that money, and you got him dead. You got him killed. Because like
that's crazy.
Because that is crazy. Because like $1 million, like obviously you kind of like $1 million dirty money, and he's begging for it.
Yeah,
that's mad sus.
Crying.
Yeah, he said he was literally crying.
Unless that was like his life savings or something.
Maybe, yeah, but like
either way, he probably ruined his life.
Everybody here was like, damn, you probably made him like you probably killed him or like ruined his life. Like crazy. I think that's one of the craziest things I've heard at work in general.
Yeah. I seen someone get arrested.
Really?
Right before my eyes.
We saw a car crash at Sobol.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What happened with arrested? I want to hear that story.
I used to work in the city. There's a lot of stuff that happened there, but one of the things is that there was this girl that I worked with.
Yeah.
And she was stealing people's money.
Yeah.
Technically, didn't you see someone get arrested too? Just see. That girl that was stealing from your store.
Cindy, do you remember that girl that was stealing money?
Wait. First, her name was like
I don't know her name.
Because she went to Riverside.
Remember the 15-year-old looking girl?
I'm not gonna name her. But go back to your thing, Isaiah.
Does Sanjeev remember?
Sanjeev.
Wait, what?
Do you remember that 13-year-old looking girl?
Don't say the name.
That worked at Ralph's and she was mad rude.
That worked at Ralph's. That was mad rude. Oh,
yeah.
Was she like mad skinny?
Like in handcuffs?
Yeah. But tell your story. You said you were in the city, working in the city.
Yeah, there was this girl. I worked in tourism, and it was just like tickets for cruises to like go around Manhattan for tourism, right? And this girl, what she would do is we had like a card swipe thing, and what she would do is she would swipe it, and then she would go like this, and she had her own swipe thing, and she would swipe it on her phone. And then she was like, it would steal their credit card information.
Oh, because it's like one continuous motion.
The thing is, I never seen her do it.
That's crazy.
Like she was mad slick with it because I would never.
Nice with it.
I would never catch it.
That's crazy.
And sometimes I would work with her, and I don't know if maybe she would wait for people to leave or something. Or
it was a coworker.
It was a coworker, yeah.
Damn.
And one day I'm sitting there in the booth and chilling, air conditioner, playing music. I'm like, I'm chilling. Door opens behind the door to like to enter is from behind us.
Yeah.
The door opens. This dude in a suit comes in. He's like, "Are you this person?" Puts her in handcuffs, leaves, and I'm like, "What the hell just happened?" She just got arrested.
Crazy.
Yo, and then I remember, the coworker that was with me, he was like super Mexican, so he was like, he was loving it. He thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
he was like, yo, he woke up.
Mad funny.
He was telling me, yo, he woke up a free woman that day. She didn't know he would be in jail.
Yo, dude, she thought she was gonna be good, yo.
Oh god, and I was like, damn, she really just got arrested here.
Nah,
that's so crazy.
If there was someone I didn't like at my job that got arrested,
would you have said something?
I'd be so funny.
I would laugh.
Were you just laughing
being dragged out?
Yeah.
That's
not
crazy.
Because I remember this girl that worked with us at Sobel, 13-year-old looking girl. She would always walk through. First of all, you're not supposed to do this because she worked at Ralph's, and Ralph's was right next to Sobel. It's like one building, and so she would always walk through Sobel and out through the front of our store.
Yeah,
and you're not supposed to do that because she's not a worker there, and like I don't know, some troubles. And so like she would always do it, and then like I'd always try to be nice because like I see you every day, like you're working there. I'd be like, yo, what's up? Ignores me all the time, and I'm like, all right, I got you. And so I wouldn't say anything. I remember I told Ivan about it. He's like, no, she's nice, whatever. I see her, this and that. And then one time he was working with me. He goes, hey, what's up? And then she just walks by. She ignores him. And he just goes, wow, it's really like that? That's crazy. Like yelling in the store. The store is like this size. Yeah. And then she just keeps ignoring us. And we're just like, what's wrong? Like, what? So
yeah.
And Sanjeev too, right? She'd always ignore you.
That is mad weird. What the fuck? I mean, honestly, anytime she wants to talk to me, it's literally for like, hey, can I borrow some money from your register? Or like some shit like that, like, just like work related shit, and that's it.
But then that's
or like asking around for our manager. It's like,
she starts stealing money.
Yeah. Register?
Yeah, because she would always be like, oh, do you guys have like extra change or whatever? And we'd be like, yeah, here you go. Boom. Yeah. And then she'd walk over, and then like apparently they'd always be short. And one time we were working, and like I think they took it out of your paycheck, Sanjeev, because you were working that night because it was $20 short.
And they took the 20 out from someone else.
She took the $20, right? And like we were suspecting that she took it because she was the only one working there, and she would always be like caught like looking through the register on the cameras. Yeah. And like Scott called her and was like, "Yo, don't look through the registers when there's nobody there. Like only when customers come in." And she was like, "All right, whatever." Like she always gave him attitude or whatever. Yeah. I was like, "Damn, you're crazy." And so like Scott caught her multiple times looking through the register and like, you know, moving stuff around and like it was mad sus. And then that one night where she was the only one working, and Ralph's they stay until like 11, and then we leave like at 8.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, that night Sanjeev was working and somebody else, I forgot who, but they took the money out of both of your paychecks. I think 10
That's
and 10.
crazy.
Yeah, because they were the only ones. Yeah. And so, well, I'm gonna wait for Isaiah to come back. Cause this is a crazy ass story. But you remember that, right, Sanjeev?
No, don't pick her up. She can go up by herself now.
Jesus.
She can go up by herself. Don't pick her up.
Can she?
Yes, she did it this morning.
Hey, she's been having trouble.
Yeah.
Getting up.
She just needs a little bit of motivation.
But yeah. So yeah, right. We were looking at our register through the camera, and I think I was with Patrick, and I was like, "Yo, tell me if you could see this." And I crawled down and I opened the key, and then I took something from the register just to see. And he said, "Yeah, I didn't even see you." And I was like, "Really?" From the camera? He was like, "Yeah, it didn't even look like anything happened." And
Wait,
like,
you crawled under the...
Yeah, I like dropped down to her size because she was midget. She wasn't midget. She was just really small. And so like I tried to like take something without him seeing it on the camera. And he said like he could barely see it. Like he can see the register moving and like that's it. But since the lights are off on Sobel, like
so she was doing it with the lights off.
Yeah. And after we leave, because we leave at 8 and she leaves at 11.
And she would just crawl underneath the thing.
Yeah. And then she'd be stealing money. And then I think it was like 3 nights in a row where we were short.
You guys there when it happened?
It was the night Sanjeev worked, but like it was after everybody left the store.
Oh, so none of you saw it go down.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. And so like
that's crazy.
We got in one day and like we're just like, yo, she just got arrested, and we're like, really? And he was just like, yeah, like I took her to juvie. I called the cops on her. It was Scott. Scott was like, yo, I called the cops on her.
That's
and
crazy.
I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, I caught her stealing money. And I was like,
damn.
What? And he's like, yep, she's in juvie or something
That's
like that. I
crazy.
don't know. She looked 15 years old. She was probably like 20, I think.
She in juvie.
No, if you're 20, you don't go to juvie.
I don't know. She was probably younger then. I think she was like...
She had to be 16, 17.
Maybe. Nah, she was definitely older than that. Then
Oh,
probably
you
wasn't
don't-
juvie. I forgot who said juvie, but she went to jail. be it adult jail.
Not gonna
or-
lie, she kind of does look like a crackhead.
She did. She was.
sound like a crackhead.
She,
I honestly didn't think she was like younger than me. I thought she was like older
No,
or something.
Well, it's not gonna sound. I think it's something here, but
sorry, Sanjay.
no,
your voice just sounds.
the
a little
listeners don't
crispy.
hear it. My
But-
eye is like dying right now. I
Your
think there's some
eyes?
corona in my eye.
Stop. Yeah, Sobel was.
I've seen so many people get arrested though. That's like not the first time I've seen people get arrested.
I wish I seen more people get arrested because it's always funny.
Yeah, same.
It's always a funny experience.
When I worked at Urban, I saw people get arrested too.
Really?
Yeah, not from the store, not the workers though.
Didn't
It
you
was
see
like-
somebody get arrested at Sears?
I seen yo, Sears was wild because out of all the places I've worked, Sears was the one place where the LP was like actually like they cared. So
Yeah.
like they were like
Didn't they like suspect you of stealing $1 or something like that?
They said I think they suspected me, and they were assholes too because they tried to like they try to coerce you into like saying admitting it.
Really?
Yeah, they'd be like, oh, you did it, dude.
You stole.
It's
yeah,
not that
it's
bad.
like-
it's not that bad.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
like-
yeah.
And they were like, oh yeah,
It's
like,
just $1.
Yeah, or like that. Yeah, and they do like it's like, oh, we saw that you did this, and it's like, oh, that's worse, and like they'll try to say stuff like that.
That's crazy.
Like they were douches. They
That's
were like,
insane.
Nah. Yeah.
Yeah, they want you to admit it.
Mm-hmm. But I never did anything. There.
Yeah.
But that was they would chase people down. Like if someone stole something,
Yeah,
they would
yeah,
actually
yeah,
like,
yeah.
like actually like.
Yeah.
Someone told me the story about this guy that started to work there just to steal money. He started a job there just
Stupid.
for the sole purpose of stealing money, and then
Yeah.
when
Meathead.
he worked
Those
in
were
a-
just the security guards, though.
well, they were LP loss prevention security guards, I guess. Yeah, whatever you
Yeah.
want to call them.
Then we need those
But-
people at our school.
But one of them was an ex like police officer, so
Yeah.
That's crazy.
he would go hard, and then they told me the story about this one guy that worked in the jewelry, and I think that's the one that had, I guess on a busy day, it has the most money.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Probably
one day he
because-
just grabbed mad money from the register and ran, and ran to the train station.
To the
He
to
got
the
on the
Metro
train and
North?
left.
That's crazy. And they never saw him again.
I guess not. But I mean, when you apply for a job, you got to put your information in.
It's
So,
so
I would
dumb.
imagine they
Must
eventually.
have been Billy Bob Johnson when he was
Oh,
working.
he
there.
signed up as some fake ass name. He said
Fake
Johnny
social?
Appleseed. Johnny Appleseed
Yeah.
put down his fake social.
He put random
He
numbers.
put in the burner phone. He put he cracked that once right before he got on that train.
All that for $1,200 probably.
Yeah.
Like
That's the third one he's had that week.
It's not even that much. It dude died.
Yeah, and then told me that someone told like those magnetic keys that they would use.
Yeah.
To like open
the
shut the things. Yeah.
Yeah.
They told me that someone stole that and ran with it too, and then they threw it in the river. Oh no, they opened the thing and grabbed mad games and then they ran out and then they threw the key in the river and I was like, hell.
Acting like it's a gun, like a murder, like a murder weapon.
Yeah, it's like they'll never find it here.
Never find it. All right, like
which I guess they did because if they told me they threw it in the river, I guess they found it.
That's true. Damn, what kind of shallow ass river?
Yeah, right. I don't know.
Stupid video.
It's crazy. But yeah, in urban, that's how people get arrested too. There was people that were like hopping around from like store to store stealing stuff, and then they came to urban as their like last stop.
Yo.
And the cops were like behind them. They were like undercover cops, like kind of trailing them the entire time. Yeah. And they got them all. And they were like all lined up, like four of them, like just.
I remember the first time at Uniqlo we had to put up, those pictures that have like the security camera footage and it's people like walking through and it's like, have you seen these people?
Yeah.
Yeah. The first time we had to put that up was for these two guys, and they would go to Uniqlo in Palisades and Uniqlo in Yonkers, and like they'd like do some weird ass like I honestly can't
they'd
even
steal and then return it.
It's like they'd steal, return it, but they'd have a receipt from like a different date. And like
they would do that at urban too.
It was so confusing.
They would do that at urban too. Like and it's crazy because we knew they were stealing, but there was no way we could.
There's no way. Yeah, exactly. That was the problem because like I would scan it and like it'd all go through and stuff like that, and like my manager would be next to me because every single time he saw him on the cameras, he'd run down and be like, "All right, I'm gonna be right next to you while you do this."
They're trying to catch something,
and he's trying to like catch something and see something, and then like they leave and he looks at me, and goes, "I know they're stealing." And I was like, "How do you know?" He goes, "Look at the two receipts, and it'll always be two receipts from like different locations and like different items, or like I forgot what exactly the exact like method is, but it was smart.
Yeah.
Like it was so smart. And they would go to
someone told me that too. Someone told me that too. There was like this certain method that they use and where they steal stuff.
And I'm like, what? I'm like, can you try to explain it? He goes, it's really hard to explain, but like basically they're going to like the Palisades one, and like I think they have less security there. Like their scanners.
But I mean, I think that the whole thing is that they steal.
Yeah.
Because
they
I know,
and then they try to get money back. Or
yeah.
I would have just ripped the receipt by accident.
Yeah.
So
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm in trouble for doing something by
accident. This is why you never work retail.
I'll be in trouble by ripping a receipt by accident.
Yes, you would.
You would.
Really?
Yeah.
The customer's always right. That's not.
I could just be like, yo, I ripped this by accident.
It's still valid receipt.
Yeah.
Huh?
They could just put it together.
But they can't barcode it or anything.
But there's numbers on it.
There's numbers on it you can type in too.
Yeah.
And they have their valid receipt too.
But I remember this one time, like this lady, she bought sale pants. It was like $5 pants, and then she took it off, and then you know how like the pants they have the tag that are like sewed in.
Mm-hmm.
She literally put in a tag for a more expensive pair of jeans, sewed it on, and returned it to us. And so she got about like $60 when she only spent $5 on those pants.
Damn.
And like I felt so dumb because like I scanned it and then I gave her back the money and I looked at it and I was like, these aren't the right pants. And I looked over and I was like, am I crazy? And they were like, these are just completely different pants. And I was like, damn.
You could have gotten in trouble for that.
Yeah, I could have gotten in trouble because then I could have been like a, what do they call it? When like you're in on it?
Oh.
It could have been that kind of situation.
I think they call that, in different stores they call it different things. I remember in Urban they called it, what was it, like romancing, I think they called it?
Romancing?
Yeah, they called it something weird, yeah.
But
they had the weird.
I was working with Susan, so she was like, it's all right, like you're fine. And I was like, you sure? Like I was panicking a little. I saw some guy steal though.
Oh yeah, I've seen.
Mad Jackins and just ran out, and I saw.
Oh damn!
I was like, what am I supposed to do? I'm like, yo, I just saw somebody walk out, and they're like, we'll check the cameras, and I was like, all right.
That's
okay.
the thing with retail is like they can't do anything.
Yeah, you really can't unless you're working with Christian.
Yeah. Retail is retarded. Retail is so stupid.
Retail is it's annoying to work to. It's annoying to work for. Yeah.
We our store now actually has a like we've apparently they've upgraded so much that it's actually hard for anyone to like scam us, I guess now. Because now people need the actual tag with the item or else they can't do shit.
Oh, so they can't do this stupid thing where they cut off the tag and be like, I bought it from here.
Oh yeah.
Yep, because like basically all the tags now have a little chip inside it.
It's like the NFC thing.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, the way you scan in Uniqlo now is like
super
different.
yeah.
Just put on the stack.
on the thing.
Yeah. So if
holes?
someone like brings in an item that's completely different from the thing on their receipt, Can't do anything.
Can't do it. It's like, well, too bad.
Out of my hands.
Crazy, though.
Yeah, some people. I can still see some people like abusing some kind of like.
Yeah, we
I
don't
guess
have a
getting
bunch of
crazy
people that
about
like.
getting angry. Like,
Oh
I
yeah.
don't care. I have my ticket.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we
didn't-
got a
didn't-
shit ton
didn't
of
you say people-
boomers that
people
like
be
want to.
Are you sure you scanned everything? Right.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
yes, you want to
like,
come back here and do it?
Yeah. It's like, and if
Melvin's already angry.
Like,
He's not even
yo,
working
no,
there.
because I hate that. Because if I'm in retail and I can't win, then I'm gonna do everything in
Melvin,
my power to.
you win like 1 out of 10 times. in
Yeah,
retail.
that's what I'm saying.
There's
That-
almost
that's
no
why.
times
That's
where you
why
win.
I'd have to break the rules.
You probably be Andrew because Andrew always breaks the rules, right?
That's what I'm
Sanjay?
saying.
He always yells at the customer and stuff.
Nah, Andrew is like I feel like
He's a
he
special
just
case.
like argues for a while and then it's like, all right, I'm done with this. I can't.
He literally argues with customers.
I'll argue with customers.
Because I remember, I think, wasn't it that somebody called him stupid or something like that? He went off. He's like, "You don't talk to me like that," and like stuff like that. I was like,
Yeah.
was like, yeah. And then
I
she
know
was like,
like
"You need to get
one
fired."
lady.
Whoa.
yeah, yeah. She was like, "I'm not."
I
coming
know,
back to
See
you
what
if
I'm
fired."
saying,
That was
yo?
stupid.
Because even if someone gets mad at me, what are they gonna do? They'll come over here and punch me in the face. Do it. I'll punch you right back.
Yeah. For real.
Huh?
They'll report you.
They punch me first. There's
That's true.
cameras,
That's
right?
true.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
they'll
they'll
punch you
report you. As in, that's not the worst. The worst thing is they'll report you to.
Oh yeah,
They'll try to get you fired.
true.
I don't even care.
That's why he doesn't.
Yeah.
He'll work one
I'll
day.
sue them right back. I'll fucking go to court.
He said, "I'll sue them back."
I would use that to get hired at the next retail job. Like, yo, I'm so like loyal. I'll stick up for the company,
Yeah.
even if it means I'll get
So,
fired.
so, but wait, so at gunpoint, what would you do?
I don't think that's how that works.
Gunpoint?
Open
No,
the
I'm not,
register.
I'm not dying for no company.
Open the register. What would you do?
Take all this.
Take-
Take all this.
For real.
I'll be like, "Yo, you want this register too?"
Unless I
I
got
got you.
Gabriel,
I'll open this register too right
unless
now.
I got a gun too, Gabriel, that's the only way I'm.
If you have a gun, you pull it back on them.
Hell yeah!
Oh, you
I'll
know-
clap them mad quick. I'll be like, here, bah!
I got your money right here.
acting like I'm taking out the money. I'll cap them right in their shoulder.
Yo, considering this whole like quarantine, like this whole Corona shit, I'll just like put a shit ton of hand sanitizer on my hand before I smack the shit out of them.
Or what if you have it?
Facts, yo. If I have it, I'll look at it and be like, I'll sneeze on you right now, yo.
I'll spit on you.
Yo, that's
boy.
crazy because that's technically a biological attack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, it's you
Yeah.
get arrested for coughing on people. Coughing on people.
Well, my man's had me at gunpoint, immediate death. So I coughed on him,
Yeah.
spit on him.
Come on, you spit
That's
on
not
him.
immediate. That's not like you spit right now.
Hell yeah, I'll spit on him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Spit on anybody.
I'll open up every register. I'll be like, I'll give you every. I was like, I'll hold it down for you.
Yeah, if I don't got nothing, she was like, yo.
Give me
No,
500.
I'll
want?
cough on
Yo,
my
how
hand
about
before I
this
hit
register?
them.
Give me 500 beans when you're done, like, and I'll give you the whole
No, they got
this
you
whole row.
on the back though. In the back.
Yeah, on the DL.
Like on the cameras, you have to like be writing like on a note, like
Give me 500. It's not even a lot. Just be like, yo, just 500. Like that's nothing for you.
yeah, there's like
You're already going in on
5,000 in here.
Like, yeah. You pulled a gun on me, like I'm a threat.
You ever seen those videos of people stealing and like the alarms go off and then like the doors get locked so they get stuck inside?
They get stuck inside. Yeah.
Yeah, there's been a lot of.
I'd be
those.
terrified if they have
Yeah.
a gun, because then the only thing you can do is turn around and shoot. It's like,
Why would they shoot you if you're locked in?
because he's locked in. What do I do? They're gonna catch me. Bop bop.
All right, and then they just murdered somebody and just made their sentence even worse.
Yeah, now I'm murdered and none of that matters to me.
Huh?
And then I'm dead and none of that matters to me.
I would see, but I would explain that.
You explain it to them. You'd be like, yo, if you
I'll
kill
be
me right
listen.
now,
If you kill me,
you're
it's
caught
gonna be
right
worse.
now.
You're
You-
caught regardless. if you kill me, you're just gonna be in jail for the rest of your life.
let me tell you right now,
Let
you're
me tell
caught.
you, yo, you're caught. Don't even try to
Bro,
shoot me.
y'all
They
just
shoot you
like
in
cut
the
out for
arm.
like a whole fucking second.
What happened?
I didn't hear like the whole last second of what y'all said.
Melvin said he'll stop to explain to the guy that if he's locked in, there's no point in shooting him because
Because he's already
caught.
So it's like you're just gonna make yourself worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put yourself in
Oh
a
yeah,
worse position.
yeah.
Put yourself in a
It's
worse
like, yo,
position. Yeah, just don't even.
You want 5 years or you 25?
Or the rest of your life.
But the rest of your life years.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Melvin, do you have any stories? Oh, my favorite story from Melvin.
What?
This is my favorite story from Melvin working at Rocket Jump. What was it called?
Yeah, rock and jump.
Which one?
Rock
and Jump.
Rock and Jump.
Yeah.
Melvin, the pizza.
That's
one.
semi retail. I can't believe you.
Melvin always rolls his eyes at this story, but I die of laughter when I heard this story for the first time.
Kenji, have you heard this story?
Hopefully, one of you guys have heard it.
I don't think I did.
All right, let's hear it.
Hopefully, you guys haven't heard it.
Let's hear it.
It's pretty much on anytime you close at Rock and Jump.
Yeah, it's a trampoline park.
They always have birthday parties, right? And at the birthday parties that they host there, they always have pizza, right? So, like at the end of the day, there's always mad pizza because there sometimes like OD birthday parties every day, so it's like obviously there's gonna be mad pizza left over. So, when we were done, when I was done with my shift, right, it was like the nighttime, so everything was closed, no one was in there. So, me and all the boys that were just finished cleaning go into the break room, and in the break room is like 3 boxes of pizza just stacked up on top of each other. So I looked in there and it was all full. So I said, "Oh shit, pizza lit!" So I grabbed one, started eating it. So in comes my boy Oli, and then he was like, "Yo, there's pizza." I was like,
he starts eating it too,
and I was like, "Yeah, there's pizza." And he was like, "Yo, it's hot though," and I was like, no, like not really. And then he's like, damn, I bet. So he opens it, he starts eating it. And he's like, it's all right. And in comes this other girl. She's like, oh, snap. Yo, I see y'all eating. I'm about to get some. She was like, yo, it's hot though? I was like, and we both looked at her and was like, nah, it's hot. It's like less than warm.
Less than warm.
And then she's like, all right, well, pizza's still pizza. She goes in there and eats it. And then like, in comes the last person.
Oh my God.
Said, I was like, yo, I'm about to tear this shit up, yo, is Matt Pizza in here? And I was like, yeah. I'm like looking at them because I'm like just like with my pizza, I'm looking at them. It was like, yo, it's hot though, and I was like, yo, everyone that just came in here asked me if this pizza's hot, and then he starts laughing because he's dumb big. He's like, yo, I just gotta know, like, damn. He starts eating the pizza. I'm like, yo,
it's so weird because I feel like I've never asked that question for
it's
pizza.
like a train of people just like.
I've never asked that question for pizza ever. Is it hot? But ever since then, I always like if there's ever pizza out and I see Mama Dino, I'm like, yo, it's hot.
I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but they're all black. We're black. So I was like, I don't know. Black people enjoy like
hot pizza. Hot pizza. I remember like the thing is the detail that you mentioned like the first time you ever told me a story, probably because it was fresh the first time. Like Mama said that like the last dude walked in and he kind of like made it suspenseful because he was like pizza. Wait a second, pepperoni?
Oh yeah. He did ask if it was pepperoni, and I was like, yeah, it's pepperoni there. He was like, it's hot though. And I was like, yo, what?
It's like you think that's his only question. His only question is pepperoni.
I could just see that as a skit.
It's hot.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah, because I was just like, there's no, that sounded so like YouTube skit.
And then that guy though, the last guy, the big dude, he actually got fired for, I think he slapped one of the managers.
What?
Because I hated her. I'm going to call her out right now. Her name was Munachi.
Munachi.
She was mad annoying. Damn. And then she tried to get mad cool with me. And I was like, I don't like you.
That's crazy.
But
he smacked her?
Yeah, because she was mad, like, rude.
Did he get arrested?
That's crazy.
Nah, he didn't get arrested, but he just instantly got fired. But then one day he pulled up there, and then I saw him, and then he dapped me up. I was like, yo! What you doing here? And then, like, one of my other boys that started working there, He was like, oh, who's this guy? I was like, yo, this dude slapped Munachi. And he was like, yo, for real? And I was like, yeah. He was like, yo, she deserved it though. I was like, I already know she deserved it. And I was like, that ass.
Yo, hold up. I'm a little gross, yo. It's just really. Like, I always forget the camera's on me, and sometimes I be picking my boogers because there's like stuff there.
Yeah,
like picking my ears.
You're just playing with yourself.
Nah,
I just picked in my ears just now. I'm like, damn, the camera just caught me picking my ears.
I just be picking like right here.
No, I just had like an eyeball attack for like a whole 30 minutes just now. My eyeball was just burning up, and I was like,
eyeball attack. I was about to tell Moment to tell everybody what celebrity goes to Rock and Jump, but he said he likes to take his kids there, and like I don't feel like I don't feel like messing with him that much. I feel like I don't know. In case this ever somehow blows up,
don't let it flop.
I mean, people know. People can just look it up. People know he lives here.
Yeah, but then like people don't know he goes.
He lives
there.
in Rye.
Oh,
and wasn't he kind of like? Was he kind of like?
That's deep from here though. Damn,
no, it's not.
Yeah, that's pretty far.
Didn't you say he goes every week?
It's like 45 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like 15 miles or something like that.
It's like 45 minutes.
Didn't you say like he takes his kids there and like since nobody knows, like I don't know,
and his wife
who's also famous.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
She was just chilling on a bench there, and I was just like,
you were just like, oh.
Yeah.
Wait, did you say you talked to him?
I was just like, hey, what's up? And then he was like this, and I was like, he was like, oh, what up? And then that's pretty much
pretty
it.
cool.
I was gonna like like shake his hand. But I was like,
nah,
I'm not gonna make it hot.
well,
I'm not gonna make it hot.
Because I was gonna say like he wants to take his kids there. He doesn't want to like keep mad attention on us. So I was like, yeah,
That's cool.
That's cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
taking his kids there.
His
That's
kid
nice.
looks nothing like him. Like, maybe later.
They'll figure this out.
They'll figure this out later. I don't know. Maybe he's adopted.
I guess the kid looks like his mom though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
That's crazy.
But yeah.
But it's Justin Timberlake.
Oh my god, that's crazy. That's so
It's not like they're gonna catch him. I'm not gonna tell him.
catch him.
I'm not gonna tell him the time he goes there. I know the time. Did I
not
a
just
general
say?
amount of time. No, you didn't say.
Oh, I said every week.
Nah, that's wrong.
Oh,
But I know what. I know when he goes and what time he goes.
Damn, that's crazy.
Listen, Jeep, have you ever had a celebrity?
Have you ever seen a
contact?
celebrity?
Have you ever seen a celebrity?
Do voice actors count?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
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 Who?
Jonathan Joestar's voice actor and Naruto's as well.
The American or the Japanese?
American.
Oh, the lady.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I thought they were
Aside
celebrities
from
for a second.
that, I haven't seen like other celebrities. Like yeah, that's pretty much it, really.
Yeah. I remember I came close.
Yo, whenever you do that, it sounds like the world's ending.
I've come close to meeting a celebrity because apparently Uniqlo had like a. Can you stop?
Yo, can you make an ASMR channel and do that later?
So Uniqlo had a thing with Pharrell Williams.
Oh
And,
yeah,
like,
I forgot about
he'd
that.
always, apparently he'd always come into the Yonkers store and like buy stuff
And you never caught him?
and never caught him.
Damn, that would have been cool.
But it was before I worked there. I
Yeah.
think it was after you worked there and then before I worked there.
Yeah.
Yo, Pharrell is fine. If I
Yeah.
could meet Pharrell,
Yeah.
I would be so ecstatic.
So if it was him instead of Rocket Jump, you would have been like,
Oh, I would have been like,
what up?
Nah.
You'd be like, everybody, this
Nah.
Everybody, look at him.
nah,
is
Look at
Pharrell
boy.
Williams.
nah. I definitely would have been mad hype for him.
Yeah.
You'd be like,
And then,
yeah.
and then the girl from damn, what's her the girl from Are We There Yet in School of Rock and
oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't know her name
the
though.
black
I
girl?
don't know her name. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know her name either.
But she was in Uniqlo while I was working there, but it was the day I was off, and I was like, damn.
That happened
like,
too. Ice-T came to not urban, but the mall. He was in the, mall.
Juice?
The juice. No, Ice-T.
Yeah, the juice.
The juice tea.
The juice is
The juice of tea.
OJ Simpson.
The iced tea.
Yeah, iced tea is iced tea a juice?
Yes.
Is it?
No,
a juice?
wait.
Wait.
Is iced tea a juice?
It's a tea. right?
It's tea or juice?
Is tea a juice?
I thought tea was like coffee
No.
or coffee.
It's
is tea.
coffee juice?
Coffee? No, coffee is tea, but tea isn't coffee.
Coffee is tea.
Yeah, because
But
it's
why
just
is it
like
just coffee then?
because it's just like
So it's not tea. I disagree with that.
the concept of it. You're putting water on like plant. You're putting water on
Okay.
plant.
I'm gonna write in
Wait.
what is juice.
So why isn't coffee just a variation? Like why isn't like? Oh,
I mean, it's not
this
like
is
it's not like
coffee tea.
there's not different variations of tea. We just call it all tea because
It says extract the juice from fruit or vegetables.
what?
That's what it
Hey,
says.
Oh,
I
but
think
since tea
juice
is
applies
plant,
with fruit, while tea applies
Juice is a
with
drink made
weed.
from extraction of pressing of natural liquid contained from
So
fruit and
since
vegetables.
tea is juice from plant,
And coffee's bean
juice from
juice.
bean. Is bean a plant?
I think it
Yes.
is.
All
Yeah.
right, so then that's
So
coffee is
then-
tea.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No.
Is coffee tea? Look that up. I know I have a phone.
It's
but
what?
is coffee tea because it's just water and
No,
plant.
it wouldn't be tea because then it would just be called tea.
But that's the thing. There's other kind. There's just like ginger tea
So why isn't it called coffee tea?
because it's coffee bean. So it's like coffee tea.
Why isn't it coffee bean tea?
Coffee bean
Oh,
tea.
okay.
Maybe
I'm
it was at
looking
one
at
point and then they just shortened it to coffee.
I'm looking at it. Only the leaves from Camellia silensis make true tea. So no, coffee is not tea. It might be properly called a tisane, which is what you call anything that you steep like. But most people call those herbal teas. So less correctly, one might call coffee a tea.
Less correctly. So yeah, like
It's
that,
less
So
correct.
yes, but no, but
yeah,
no, but
it's like
yes.
it's like no.
Yeah,
but
but
yes.
no.
No, it's Oh yeah, it is like no, but yes.
I'm half right.
Yeah.
I'm half
You're
right.
like
though, right?
25%.
All
Right.
right, bet I'll take that.
It's a yeah, nah.
I'll take a 25% right.
It's literally like a nah, yeah.
No,
I'll give you. I'll give
Not
you
yet.
30. I'll give you 30.
30. Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate it. 35.
stretching.
Yeah. Sanjeev,
Yeah.
how bad are you at first-person shooters?
I'm okay, so I play Deus Ex, and that's considered like first-person shooting.
Yeah.
But if it involves people with actual brains,
So basically, not AI.
yes.
Okay.
Sanjeev, what do you think about MOBAs?
MOBA? Honestly, I have no interest.
What do you
in
think
it.
about a MOBA, but it's third person and you control the character?
Aren't like a lot of MOBAs that's third person like have that same
Technically, It's like
viewpoint?
bird eyes view.
No,
but
it's
third
not bird
person-
eye view.
No,
It's
no,
third
no, no,
person.
no. Usually, MOBAs are bird eye.
Yeah,
view.
yeah, but this MOBA is third person. What do you think? What would you think about that?
I'd be interested.
Really?
No.
Then you would like Smite.
Jesus Christ, that hurt. That hurt me.
Hold up.
I've been trying
It's
to
like
have
we're
people play Smite.
Yeah,
Had
we're-
to say what I say.
We're trying to recruit people for each of our games.
Cause I mean, I fucking played Splatoon, and that's technically
That's
like
a third-person shooter. Yeah, straight up.
But Smite is okay. It's a MOBA, but it's third person, so it's all about skill shots. I mean, you still have the MOBA mechanics, but you know,
yeah,
it's third person. It's essentially not really a shooter because you
it's not
can't
really a shooter.
well,
Yeah. It's kind of like
it's a shooter
hard to
if you're a
tell.
hunter and you. But
it's hard to tell.
but I'm just trying to get people. To play
oh, I'm looking at it right now.
it. Yeah.
Smite.
And it's got
Very dated.
Wait, like the look of it?
Yeah, it definitely is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks very dated.
Well, there was
Well,
a
it
new
looks like
update.
RuneScape.
No, not RuneScape. That's it. No, it just
Don't
looks.
ever say that ever again, Gabriel. That's disrespectful.
Yeah.
I mean, there has been the newest update where everything looks really cool and really nice. But but it's a fun game. It's really fun. The only thing is there's a lot to learn. I don't know.
I mean, I feel like there's a lot to learn when you join any
Yeah.
sort of.
If I can't have
competitive game.
Smite, actually, I would really like Smite. It'd be nice if we got at least if we had a day where
Smite remaster.
where no, I'm saying for people to play it,
Oh.
for you guys to play it with
Yeah.
us. Like it'd be fun if we had like a lobby, a custom lobby, and
Yeah.
we all play,
Yeah.
or a lobby where I teach you guys to play and see if you guys
Yeah.
if I can, because like see, but the thing with me is MOBA's never interested me, right? At least the bird eye view thing,
Yeah.
never interested me. Still don't interest me, right? But when someone told me about Smite, they were like, oh. It's different though. It's third person, and then I started playing it, and I got like addicted. It's like so different. Well, actually, I can't really say that right because I haven't played the Bird Eye, but it seems like it's
I mean,
completely different.
didn't
I'm
you
not
play,
even interested in Bird Eye.
Yeah.
I'm
Didn't
not
you
interested in
play
any game where
Heroes
I
of
can
the
barely
Storm
see
for a
my
little bit?
character.
Yeah. What?
Didn't you play Heroes of the Storm for a little bit?
That game is
Yeah.
fun.
So-
That game
Yeah.
is fun.
But that game is just like do whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I
It's-
feel like
it's
yeah,
so
I feel like
weird.
that game is more just like
Yeah, it's like
here's a field.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, but it's definitely mobile. Like
Yeah.
there's
No,
no
yeah. There's lanes.
I
and
like
there's,
that game though because I already know a lot of the characters in it.
Yeah,
too,
I think
so
that's why, yeah.
that attracts.
That's
me.
why it could be overwhelming with Smite is because there's a lot of items, there's a lot of gods to know, and you have to like know what they do to be good at it and stuff and whatnot. But I feel like once you get the grasp of it, it's really fun and it's like it gets a little competitive, and that's like the one thing that's evolved now where
Yeah.
I'm like, this is my competitive game. The only thing is
Yeah.
no one really plays it, so I'm like, it makes me sad.
Yeah.
But I feel like
I
can get the grasp.
feel
of
I
it.
feel like that's me with Apex.
Yeah.
I feel like I found a game that I can because like it just feels nice.
I feel like at least for me, I've always wanted that game where I always go back to it no matter what.
Yeah.
I go back to it and play it, have a
Yeah,
good time,
that's
play
true.
with friends, and it's
That's
like,
true.
it's like
I have a couple games like
it's
that.
game that we go to.
I want to do a thing.
and
where,
for
like,
Smite, that's it. It's that game.
I just want a game where everybody can play it and we can have like everybody we know in one lobby.
Yeah, that's what I
And,
want to
like,
do too. And with Smite, you can do
something.
that because you can
Yeah.
do 5v5s. You can have 10 people, and we can all verse each other.
I've
and
never
it'd be
seen 10
hilarious.
people on our Discord.
Yeah, no.
Everybody's fake.
But we.
What's up
well,
with
the
that?
thing is, we all play at different times too.
That's true.
I play in the morning. You guys play at
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be. Sanjeev, what's your schedule like? Do you sleep late or?
sometimes I just go to sleep at like 3.
You go to sleep at 3 a.m. now?
Yeah, I'm unhinged.
He's unhinged.
Pretty much me too. It's
Yeah.
like-
Jeff says he
Yeah,
goes to
sleep.
sleep at 5 and wakes up at 10.
For work.
No, he's quarantined, so no. He just
so he just gets 5 hours sleep.
yeah.
That's not.
No,
I mean,
fuck
that's
that.
pretty bad,
Nah,
but-
I always need like 8 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the thing with me is I'm probably never happy because I play early in the morning.
Yeah. I don't
But-
know.
If one day something lines up and y'all are awake for some reason early.
I mean, I could wake up. I just don't feel like doing it.
Yeah, unless I have something planned, I'm not gonna stay up for like almost anything or wake.
We play in a game morning.
A game.
For me, it's like I have to play at night because I have all this work.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it's
that's
like-
true.
I'm gonna do it.
And I'm pretty sure if you play in the morning, none of your
No one else
retards
is
are
gonna
on.
be
Right?
on.
I
yeah.
mean, we're on. I mean, I'm on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But we could do Terraria.
We could.
Two.
I would love to.
Yeah,
I would
because
love to play Terraria.
Terraria.
Can it just uninstall it?
Terraria.
Because we
Did you talk to him about it?
we were trying to free up.
I was talking to him about
What?
it, and he was like, "Oh, Terraria's not my game."
Yeah,
blah,
yeah,
blah,
yeah,
blah."
I heard. I overheard him. I overheard you talking to him about it.
Yeah.
But like when we were playing Borderlands, he was looking.
Did
for,
he like it? By the way, Borderlands.
I don't even know.
I don't know.
Did he,
Like,
did he grasp it?
This boy's weird. Because like, yo, you know,
I don't know.
because yo, we started playing Apex, right? And he's like, "Oh, I like Overwatch better because there's more action." And I was like, "You can't compare them because."
They're completely different
Overwatch is
genres.
is like an arena shooter. There's
Yeah.
a what's the name of it? Battle Royale.
Yeah.
And then like we start playing a few games, and he goes, "Oh, there's too much action in this. Like I feel overwhelmed." I'm like,
He was like, "There's too much going on," and I'm like,
we just started. We just dropped it in. Like,
Well, the thing is, in Smite,
up weapons.
in Smite, there's times where there's like so much going on. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Like your screen is just like this.
it's like he knows what he. It's like he knows what he likes, but he doesn't know how to say it
Yeah,
because
yeah,
nothing like nothing ever adds up. Like he complained about not having too much action, like needing action, and like
Smite is his perfect balance.
yeah.
Was he? Has he been trying to get you guys?
yeah.
No,
yeah,
not,
he
not,
has.
has
Yeah,
he?
he has.
Not me.
just haven't been
he has.
listening.
He has.
Why?
No, you're right. He has OD. OD. He has. I just remembered. I
Just
guess
last night too.
I just toned that out.
I'm glad.
yeah.
I'm glad I have an agent out there.
Yeah, he's not working.
I have.
Not even a little.
At least it's there. At least I know I have presence.
I would have been down for Civ.
Civ would be
Civ, I
fun.
wanna play.
Kenneth's too small brain for that though.
Yeah, I mean,
But I
I'm
think
too. I'm too.
that'll
Like,
be the
medium
beauty
brain
of it,
for that.
though.
That would be funny. I
'Cause-
just invade him.
Yeah.
Sanjeev, do you have civilization? Do you have civilization?
Carlos has
nah.
it too, and Johnny has it too.
Mhm.
Sid Meier's civilization.
Oh, and Gabe has it too.
Oh, does he? Does he like it?
I don't know. He's been waiting to try it.
And Carlos has it
Damn.
too, and his
Yeah,
friend
so-
Jose.
Yeah, so I think
So we could get a big
Yeah, we
game.
get
a big game, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Sanjeev, do you?
Do you even? I don't. Does he even know what Civ is? Do you know Civ? Did you die?
Sanjeev,
Wait, what?
Do you have
Civilization 5.
Civ. Nah,
Civ-
I don't.
No?
If you're on Steam, it's under Sid Meier, so it's under S.
Yeah.
If you're going alphabetically,
Okay, all right.
let's see.
But it's a good game.
It is.
If anything, it's $10 probably.
Is it?
On G2A, not on G. Steam is crazy. They're pushing Civ 6, the inferior game,
Yeah.
and it's like always on sale for like $10. But then the more expensive, the Civ 5, the better game, is
Yeah.
never on sale, and it's like $30.
Crazy.
It's like
They know.
they don't want you to play 5, even though
Yeah.
5 is way better.
Yeah. Do you have it, Sanjeev?
Interesting.
Does Sanjeev have it?
No, I don't. I'm literally like checking the.
Well, if not, someone could buy it for you. Not a problem. It can happen.
It can happen,
We
but
can spin a thing here and see who's
Damn.
who's up
Who's
for it.
gonna buy it?
crazy.
Whoever loses the TikTok challenge.
But
Really?
yeah, if we have mad people playing Civ, that'd be mad funny. I feel like.
That would be hilarious. Do you know? You ever seen Civ?
Because I rarely.
You know what would be really funny? If we have like mad channels separated, and then like if you want to make like a treaty with somebody, you join their channel and just be like, yo,
That's so sneaky.
be like, yo, you wanna?
Yo,
I feel
that'd
like
be so
funny though.
crazy.
I feel like it'd be perfect.
That'd be hilarious.
Like we have like a main group channel and then
Yo.
like mad side channels,
Mhm.
and then just be like,
I can
yo,
do that. I can just add lobbies.
Yeah.
I can add like mad lobbies.
Yeah,
I'll
we should do that.
I'll add like 7 more.
I feel like that'd be mad funny. Just be like, yo, you wanna?
I can imagine we're all in different lobbies and then it's like,
Be like, you wanna? Just
I got a deal for you.
I got a deal for you. I'll give you 20 gold.
Give me 20 gold if you declare war on game, bro.
But yeah,
And you
yeah,
fizzle out.
Civ is basically like, what would you even? What kind of game is it? It's not RTS, right? It's kind of like, basically imagine.
because Total War is RTS, right?
I don't know what Total War is.
Because like I think it's like it's a turn-based.
It's
I don't know.
turn-based. You kind of build your country from the ground up, basically. you start with like villagers and like settlers and stuff, and like you try to build cities.
And you expand. Your thing is to expand and grow and be
expand cities and make.
The way you win is you want victory. You want different kind of victory. There's different kinds of victories. There's scientific, cultural, war,
military.
where you take over the entire world.
Yeah. Militaristic victory.
I forget the rest.
That's my favorite one because you just make mad samurais and samurais with guns, and then you kill everybody.
And you can play as Gandhi.
You can play as Gandhi.
Yeah, and you can declare war on people.
Yeah, as Gandhi.
You could be warmongering Gandhi if you want.
Yeah.
But the goal is to win.
Yeah.
But there's other civilizations also trying to win.
Yeah.
And when it's human controlled people, you can set up like there's like so many things you could think about. There's spies, so you can send spies to steal technologies from other people.
Yeah.
You can be on the sly.
Yeah.
Making deals.
It's so funny though because like the progression system, it's like you can like ignore one tree completely and just keep growing a different one, and so you can have like museums before you even discover the wheel.
Or something like that.
It's
like so much funny stuff that can happen in that game.
Like, I have museums to keep my people happy, but I don't have carriages because the wheel hasn't been discovered yet.
That's nuts.
It's hilarious.
I haven't discovered my wheel. And it's
but
it's
it'd be if you
there is a learning curve to it, though.
Well, yeah,
kind of.
But I feel like once you kind of get it, it just takes a little time.
You just kind of have to kind of like, it's sort of half logic where you're like, where does humans go? Where do humans go from?
It's kind of like, if I have more people, I need more food. So if I need to get more food, I need to, you need to like
food sources and like things to keep your people happy, and then like
turn-based strategy is considered.
Okay.
Turn-based strategy. So you take turns.
Yeah. How does that sound, Sanjeev?
It sounds fun. Is there just like?
Are you checking it up?
Huh?
Are you checking it out?
Yeah. It's just like I rarely have a whole lot of multiplayer games on Steam. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
But I'm pretty sure we can find cheap CD keys to send you.
And then we all play.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Terraria sounds like Melvin doesn't like Terraria though. So
yeah.
I don't know. I just don't like the. Let me dig.
I don't like the let me dig genre.
I'm going to dig this hole.
My least favorite game genre is let me dig.
Yeah.
But I feel like after you get weapons and you fight bosses,
and when you have guns and stuff, it gets really crazy.
Yeah.
I think hard mode is when it gets like maximum fun.
Yeah. But I don't know if you don't want to play Terraria, I'm fine with that. But
it's kind of like telling someone to watch a 6-minute video and like you'll wait till the end.
Yeah,
and, like, the
exactly.
whole thing is like
Civ is fun from like the start.
Yeah, it's fun from the start.
Yeah.
And
Until
I've never played it, so I want.
You never played Civ?
No,
really?
Because every time we're gonna play Civ, we never do.
Yeah, that's true. We gotta do this for real.
Oh yeah, and you can name your cities whatever you
want.
Oh
yeah, you can name your city.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Yeah,
I love naming. And then everybody starts off like on different corners of the world.
5 minutes,
yeah,
but that's it.
Everybody starts on different corners of the world, and like you're basically expanding slowly. And sometimes you'll like have your scouts running somewhere, and then you'll run into like somebody else's like town, and then be like, oh. I remember once I ran into somebody's town and they just had like mad guns.
Yeah, and then someone could stream it, and then it'll be funny.
We could all stream it.
That's true. Well, no, that our connection would go down.
True. Well, one of us should stream.
Yeah. Maybe we could do it on the TBD pod. Like we can make a TBD Twitch account and then stream it on that. That'd be crazy.
I mean, you could do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that. If anything, we'll find some other game that we can get a whole big party in because I just want to do that.
We can do it. We can do it with Smite. We could definitely do it in Civ. We could do it in Terraria, but Melvin's gonna be out for that.
Yo, we looked up how to do it in I want to play Battle Royale with like where like each person is like by themselves.
The only thing I could think of that we could do that is blackout.
Because in Apex you need to be like an official like member of the community to like have access to a custom game, which I'm like, that's the dumbest thing you could do to a game like this.
Yeah.
Like this game is amazing and like you're restricting custom games.
Yeah.
How to become a member of the community?
I don't know, have a successful Twitch account. Or have a successful like YouTube.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Which I'm like, come on. Let people have fun. Like
yeah.
But Blackout, that does sound fun. Because Blackout apparently is like the best.
I think Apex is better now though.
Well, yeah. The second best. Well, the best that we can play custom games with.
Yeah.
And I feel like
I don't know about the
it'll
new
be
one.
so fun just like having 15 of us in one little thing and like we're all just like
yeah.
I don't know. It's nice. It's fun. Hunger Games. Remember when Minecraft? I think I saw this post somewhere. It was like Minecraft Hunger Games walked so that battle royales can run. But it's true though. That's where it all started.
Yeah.
It all started with Minecraft.
And then I
Hunger
guess
Games.
Arma 3 and Arma 2. That's when
Yeah,
they had
they picked up that next, and then Fortnite came out.
Yeah, it's crazy the evolution because it was like the zombie games and that was
I
cool.
hate Fortnite.
I don't. Yeah,
I hate Fortnite.
I think you always expressed that. I'm pretty sure you've expressed that before on this podcast.
Have I? I hate Fortnite. So if I did, I'm gonna say it again.
Fortnite is probably the least accessible, but like the most. It looks the most accessible, but it's the least because you need to learn how to build and like do it good to even stand a chance to win. Because if you can't build even a little bit good, you're gonna get last place all the time.
Yeah.
That's why I like Apex. You could literally be by yourself and win a whole game. Like it's hard, but you can do it.
In Fortnite, it's just like you see these clips of people making a whole castle in 15 seconds.
I saw a clip of a dude like building, and his mouse was just like, and this dude had his keyboard to the side, and he was building like that, but his keyboard was like facing him.
Oh my god!
Like it was vertical.
Yeah.
He was
That's
going like
dumb.
that. And like basically this amount of space for the mouse, so you can move around and build stuff.
Yeah.
And then like your keyboard off to the side, basically. So your main control is your mouse. It's crazy weird. I don't know how
Dumbest
people do
thing
that.
ever.
Yeah. And so this is like it's not even worth. Like, what's the point of learning?
I don't
that skill
understand
to
how
be,
Fortnite
like,
is still around. I honestly don't.
I don't get it.
I hate that game. It should die already.
Because Ninja.
Because Ninja.
Does he even play that anymore?
He's on Mixer now. I don't know. He's on Mixer. You can't see.
If you don't get angry after you lose, you've lost twice. Have you never seen that? Have you never seen that?
No.
Yo! Hold on.
That's
I gotta
Melvin
bring
right
that
there
up.
perfectly.
Yo, Sanjeev, you remember that?
Can you say that again?
Yeah, I remember his whole fucking like
Yeah,
the
the whole
video and the post he makes.
Wait, who did that?
Ninja.
Ninja posted that?
He posted it on Twitter. He said, hold on, I want to get the quote up here.
You said if you don't get angry after you lost,
You've lost
You've
twice.
lost twice. I want to try and I'm trying to find the exact. Okay, here we go. Here we go. The phrase "it's just a game" is such a weak mindset. You are okay with what happened, losing, imperfection of a craft. When you stop getting angry after losing, you've lost twice.
so if I keep getting angry after I lost, I only
What
lost
was
once.
it that Reggie? What was it that Reggie?
Did Reggie respond to it?
Did he? That's hilarious.
Well, then I've lost twice,
So many
times in Overwatch. Because there's been
No, but I feel like it was like you got angry so much that you got numb to it.
yeah. Because we would lose competitive games in Overwatch.
Yeah.
And like I literally just stay quiet and would just cancel the game and then just start up another one. No one says anything.
Just keep losing
And just
games
keep
over
losing
and over.
games.
That would happen to me too.
Yeah.
I hate
That's
that.
so funny because you're just like
Yep.
Yo, Sanjeev, do you ever see the?
you're just literally like that, blankly like.
Yep.
Somebody read this
Yep.
quote as Infinite from Sonic Forces, and it sounded so perfect because I thought it was an actual Infinite quote,
That's good.
but it was just Ninja's stupid ass. Like
Yo.
he always has like dumb takes too, because he was like, building in Fortnite is harder than playing football or something like that, like professional ass football.
Yeah.
Because he was like he's like because he was watching football one day. He was like, why don't they just like kick the ball? Like it's so easy. Like if you can't get somebody who can just kick a ball, like you should fire them or whatever.
Yeah.
And then a football player responded to him and was like, oh, why don't you just get headshots all the time? Like it's so easy. You just aim at their head and shoot. Like
You
it's
aim
mad
on their
easy.
head and click.
And then he responded and was like, no, it's way harder to do this than like it. And I was like, yo, shut up.
I feel like that's. I mean, I feel like
Stupid nerd.
it's like, because like when it comes to esports, I'm always like quick to defend esports.
Oh, me too.
Because people always say, "Oh, you can do that easily," and I feel
Yeah.
like you cannot. Like
No,
it's
yeah,
like
you
so
can't.
hard.
You can't.
They're different
but I think,
though.
but
They're
I think that was his
completely
point. That was
different.
his point though, where he's like,
he just did it in the dumbest way because it's
Yeah.
like.
But no, that was a football player's
Yeah, yeah.
point. That like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
they're both hard. It's just like you
they're-
can't.
Yeah, yeah.
you
They're both
can't
different.
say, yeah. Like you can't just say that like kicking a ball is hard when like you're
Yeah.
imagine being in that stadium and like being
Mhm.
and then like same thing with esports like you
And
can't
it's, I mean,
just-
this is a crazy
Yeah.
physical thing on your body. It's crazy.
exactly
There's so much shit going on.
like yeah.
But then video games is the mental version of that. So it's like
basically yeah
like on a pro level.
yeah.
Because
But Ninja always has like the worst takes for like esports ever. Like
My favorite thing is just him
yeah.
flossing at New Year's.
My favorite thing is him tweeting at Lady Gaga and Lady Gaga's being like,
What's a ninja?
"Who are you?"
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
straight up, "Who are you?"
I don't like Ninja.
I don't. Like
I don't really
Ninja.
care about him.
Ninja's. Yeah, he's stinky.
So many other cool, like,
There's,
well-deserved
Yeah.
gamers,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, there
Sonic
are.
Fox. He's such a humble person.
Yeah, he is.
He's like dumb nice to almost any fighting game he touches except Smash. And then and even he lost against Goichi in
Yeah.
Fighters,
Yeah.
and Goichi was crying.
Oh yeah. I
And then
remember that. I remember.
like because he won, because he was like, damn, I didn't think I was gonna win. But Sonic Fox was like, he was like
He ran up to him,
holding
he's
him
like,
up.
"You got it."
He
He's like,
was
"You
like
got
he
it."
was like holding his arm up.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, good job and all this. Like he was like, yo, you got it. He was like patting his back.
He's like the
Like-
this is what esports is supposed to be.
Yeah, like he lost and
Yeah.
he's still holding
Yeah.
the freaking
Yeah.
Goichi's.
That's
You know,
good.
Yeah.
so I was like, damn, I love you, Sonic
Fox,
Fox.
the
I just don't like that he's a furry.
What happened, Senji?
Sonic
That's the
Fox,
one thing.
Sonic Fox is probably my favorite esports of
Yeah.
the
Yeah, that's
moment.
Except for the fact that he's a furry. But you know what?
But you think
You know what? We'll skip.
You
it.
know what?
We'll skip.
The anime community has its own degenerates. I can't like.
yeah, that's true. Every
Yeah.
community has their degenerates.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably like the
Like people
Positive.
openly
He's the
wear the
least stinky
Ahegao
furry.
shirt
Yeah.
He's
in
not a
public.
stinky furry. He's just a furry.
yeah.
You know what I think
Like-
about esports too? I think it's gonna be. Oh, go ahead, Sanjeev.
Like there's like furries that are like just doing their thing, and then there's like furries that like role play with like diapers and shit, and it's like
God.
it's
I've-
nice
I've-
to know.
I
the
know too much
difference.
about this. I didn't think I'd ever be rehearing it, but here we go.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but yeah, Sonic Fox was dope. I was gonna see if like hopefully he comes to MagFest if anything.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I remember the closest I got to the future of esports was when I was meeting up with some Payoneer friends, and we went to some bar that was like near Payoneer, and like they had mad TVs on the thing, and they were all showing Smash Bros clips,
Yeah,
and it was just like mad Smash Bros just playing in the background.
and I feel like it's gonna start to
Yeah,
get.
and
to
I
a
was literally
point where-
watching it.
yeah.
And we were watching it together because he plays Smash Bros too. And
Yeah.
we were just like I don't know. I was just commenting on it. And I'm like, damn, I feel like a
I-
dude that's watching.
That's another thing that
sports.
I'm calling right now is that's definitely the future
Yeah.
too. The esports is
Yeah.
gonna be way more broadcast.
I can't wait to walk into a Buffalo Wild Wings and
Yeah.
see esports all
They
over on
they
the
did
big
that.
screens.
I remember I heard the story
Oh,
from
I think I already know.
Titty, and he told me that there was like a place in Massachusetts where they were gonna play on Buffalo Wild Wings a CS:GO tournament,
Really?
and when they went there, they weren't playing it because the workers there they were like, we're not playing that shit.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
but like it was advertised that they were gonna play it.
That's crazy.
Like it was like advertised like, oh, we're gonna be playing the
I'd be
CS:GO.
dumb, man.
Yeah,
I'd be like, yo, can you put the game on?
yeah.
Can you put the game on?
Yeah.
Like, yo, ESPN two.
I think once they start doing like if someone organizes some the Olympics of video games,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, basically.
if someone organizes something like that,
I'm pretty sure I'm calling it now. It's gonna be the guy who owns the video game awards. I forgot his name, but he's gonna be the one to do it.
because if someone does that, I feel like that's when people will care more because then that's like your country and people have so much pride in their country. They'll be
Yeah,
like,
oh,
oh,
dude.
USA,
Yeah.
you know.
The amount of times like Mango goes on and plays Smash Bros. And everybody's like USA,
Yeah,
USA.
yeah, exactly. So I feel like if players play on like a team, a U.S. team or
Yeah.
like Mexico team, or
Yeah.
that's when like, it's gonna blow up.
Yeah,
even
when it's
more.
like when you're
Yeah.
fighting for your country.
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of thing.
that's when esports
That's
is
when
gonna blow
esports
up.
is gonna blow up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when
But yeah, I'm calling it. I'm saying like this decade. I mean,
You think so?
Not decade.
Wait,
is decade 10
yeah,
years? I'm
10
stupid.
years, yeah.
My brain.
Yeah.
Wow. This decade.
I
yeah.
hope so.
In the
I
2020s.
want to see it. Yeah,
That's when it's gonna happen.
I feel like it's not far fetched though.
It's
I feel
not.
Like, I feel like
because it's
definitely-
already on ESPN too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's on
Oh,
ESPN
snap.
too. Yeah, it doesn't
Oh,
come on
yeah.
all the time, but it's there.
And I'm getting to the point where now I know professional Smite players. Like I know I have people that
Really?
I don't know them.
Oh, well,
but I'm
like-
saying like,
no,
I,
no, no,
like,
but I mean,
I
like-
watch them play and
Yeah.
I like some of them.
Yeah.
So like I'm like I got the connection. Like oh now I feel more of a need. Like I don't watch it.
Yeah.
But I like when I do catch it, I'm like oh I like this dude. I hope he
Yeah.
wins. You know like
Yeah.
and I feel like that's when it starts to slowly build. You know and that's another thing is when people know the players too. People are like oh
I could see it being mad hype because I remember when we were watching the Smash Bros Invitational,
yeah.
me and Melvin, and I think Zero
It
lost.
gets sweaty right.
and we were mad hype.
Yeah.
Me and Melvin started yelling. We were like,
Oh
yes,
yeah.
Zero lost, yo,
remember
let's go.
Yeah, I was mad hype when he lost. Who
Mhm.
won?
I forgot who won. I
Wasn't it-
think it was Nairo.
No, wasn't it?
Was it
MK?
Hungry Box?
MK Leo.
MK Leo. Oh, it might have been MK. MK Leo's the best one right now
Yeah.
in Ultimate. I think in Melee it's Hungry Box.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
That's crazy.
yeah. All the stinky Smash Bros players.
So we're
You know,
about-
maybe the coronavirus came from that.
maybe the what?
you
Coronavirus
say?
came from what?
The Smash Bros.
Oh my god.
For Smash Brothers players.
Oh, D.
They're too stinky. How long have we been gone?
For
I
20?
still can't believe
Butt
I
Oh dear.
I still remember the fact that I went to a convention and I lost to a player because I literally from the
Wait, what happened?
Say that again.
So at this convention, there was like a booth where you could like play Smash Bros. Like freely or whatever. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, sure, I'll join in. And then, man, everyone at this booth fucking lost to this one dude who just joined in because like he fucking ranked. Like,
Wait, you lost because
Actually-
he smelled bad?
yeah,
Because you were like,
Yo, that should not be.
my eyes were fucking
Hold on,
That's
wait,
burning.
biological.
He said his
wait.
eyes were fuming.
Wait,
boy.
wait.
That's
Wait.
crazy.
Sanjeev, I'm gonna defend you right here.
That's
I
biological
think I
weaponry.
seriously, genuinely think that if someone is in a tournament, like say I'm
And
in
they
a
stink, they
tournament
should
and
be
they
banned.
stink, they should not. They should.
I mean, if you're like this and you can't like do like you're like.
If
Yeah,
it
yeah,
smells
exactly.
so bad that I can't even concentrate on the game, you should go do something.
First of all, yeah, call the tournament organizer.
and if you
be
refuse,
like,
then,
yo,
then
Well,
you'd
was
be
it just a
banned.
random booth though, right?
Yeah, this wasn't tournament.
It
But
was
I'm
just
saying,
a
like,
booth.
if you're at a tournament,
But he was using that to his advantage. He was definitely he knew that. He knew
He
he
knew he
stunk.
smelled bad.
If you smell a little
goes like
bit,
this a little bit. He goes, "Ugh." And he goes like,
I don't understand how
Bro,
people that smell bad could just
how,
leave their
like,
house
people-
not smelling themselves.
the thing is, I heard this thing too. It's like if you smell yourself a little bit, people smell you a lot.
a lot, yeah.
And that, like so, it's like
yeah.
he knew.
Damn, that's crazy. Is that true?
Checking
Melvin's
myself
like,
now.
damn, I stink.
Is that true? Even if I smell a little bit?
If you,
I don't know, Mama.
if you're like idle, I'm not saying like, go out of your way to smell
Oh
yourself.
no, yeah, no.
I'm
that's
saying,
true, that's true.
I'm saying,
I've never been like this. And
I'm saying,
smelled
I'm
myself.
saying, like
Yeah.
if you're like this and you smell yourself, people will definitely smell you.
Okay.
That's OD.
I've never
to
been
be
like
like
that.
this and smell yourself. Yo, Sanji, put your arms down and just like be completely still and look up. Tell me how people can smell themselves like that. There's no way.
No, I'm saying some people can.
How?
If
How do
you're
you
that
get
stinky, I
smelly?
don't know.
Yeah,
it's
bro, there's
nasty.
definitely people out there that smell
That's
that bad.
crazy.
1,000%.
I can't like, damn.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Smash players.
those people to you that stink out there.
I would literally, like, if I'm at a tournament,
especially right now in
yo,
quarantine.
if I'm at a
Take a shower.
tournament,
Yeah,
and like I'm doing good, and I smell somebody stinky next to me, and like it's obvious, and it distracts me, I'm gonna call like a tournament organizer.
Yeah,
Like,
for
yo,
sure.
Can we
Like,
do
yo, this
something about
boy
this?
is-
He's dank boofing. I've seen some tournaments that say you have to take a shower.
Yeah.
Like literally in the rules it says
Yeah.
you have to take a shower before.
I wonder if some people are like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm not doing this tournament.
Good gosh,
I don't
want to go to
tournaments
anymore.
me hamburger.
I want ice cream. I want to put the pickles in my milkshake. I want to put,
so
can you put the french fries in my milkshake and put the chocolate on it? Tastes so good like that. You should try it. You should go with my milkshake and put the hamburger on top of it and, and put the fries on the bottom and stab my straw through the burger. I want to taste the meat. I don't care if the meat. I don't care if the meat gets ice cream on it. That's better. Tastes so good. Make sure the pickles are on there. I want the salty and the sweet.
I'll be counting.
I'll be counting the pickles.
I know you get any street.
I wish my soap smelled like hamburgers. That's how I want to smell. I want milkshakes on my burger.
That's why I don't shower. I go play home and play Smash.
Can you put a burger on my Can you put a burger on my sandwich and put it on a milkshake? Make sure the fries are in there too. And make sure there's extra pickles. I want it with my cookies. Bagels.
What?
What do you say?
I think he's just laughing.
What happened? Sanji, what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Sanjeev, what's the creepiest thing that's ever happened? You ever anything creepy ever happened to you? I can't speak.
Creepiest thing that ever happened to me, man. Damn, that's a hard one.
Oh, are you ripe? Are you ripe with stories?
Oh.
Fuck. You know, one of y'all say
Nah, you first.
my memory.
I've already said my.
Yeah, we talk too much about
s-
paranormal.
yeah.
This podcast, we talk so much about paranormal shit and Bigfoot. It's
It's
crazy.
like 40% paranormal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe we haven't ramped it up yet again.
That's true.
It's been a while.
That's true.
Oh, that kind of shit. I thought we were talking about like kill shit.
Yo, Sanjeev, your house is like honestly when you first walk into like the front door, that area looks mad creepy.
Oh yeah, it does. It does. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I always think there's gonna be some creature at the top of the stairs.
That's fire.
Yeah, that's why I hate sometimes when I'm gonna close the door, like when I come in mad late and there's like, you know, I see nothing but endless black.
Yeah, it's mad weird. But have you ever seen something in your house or like heard something?
Have I seen something? No, not really.
What about in your life?
Surprisingly, nothing weird fucking happens in like in this
Besides
house.
the crackheads on the street.
There definitely is crackheads on the
Of
street.
course.
No, like his house is like next to the street. Like his room is like right there.
Yeah.
So it's like, you could hear people like right outside, basically.
Bro, I hear so much shit. It's actually insane.
So like all of our rooms are on this side, so we're fine. It's like imagine being like on like right next to the sidewalk,
our parents'
like
room.
right next. No, but like further
into the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, like right
So
there.
it's like where the gate is.
Yeah, basically imagine your room ends where the gate ends.
Yeah, and it's a more congested street.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Especially where he lives around. There's mad crackheads around there.
Yeah, so like
I've texted Gabriel before because my bus drops me off at the food town, like on that's Elm, right? Yeah, that's Elm. That's Crackhead Central right there.
Oh, yeah.
So
they have conventions there. Sometimes.
yeah, and I'll be standing in front of food town, and I text Gabriel like, "Yo, can you hurry up?" Like, and then like Gabriel got there, he was like, "Yo, why are you telling me to hurry?" I was like, "Yo, there's crackheads, yo, I'm scared, yo."
Nah.
They're powerful.
Mama was talking crazy because I was like, all right, I'm on my way, and like as I'm driving down the
I recently had an
driveway,
encounter too, actually.
so like I look at my phone again because I'm about to put on my music and stuff. Mama goes, "Hurry the hell up," and I'm like, "Yo,
Oh,
what's
yeah,
up?"
say
I was
that.
like, "What's wrong with you?"
I'll send like a quick little sketch of what I'm talking.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
But yeah, Mama was
So-
like, "Hurry the hell up." I'm like, "Yo, what's happened?" And Mama goes, "There's crackheads."
Because
That was like your first response.
They constantly kept coming from both of.
Yeah.
the
No,
ways
yo, I
that
saw
was
me and
standing.
Sanji saw like a cryptid looking crackhead. She was mad tall and like mad skinny, and she was walking like this.
Damn, like she came out of Dark
Yo,
Souls.
Sanjeev, remember?
No, cryptid. You know cryptid? Bigfoot's a cryptid.
No, yeah.
Sanjeev, you remember that really skinny white lady,
No, it's crazy.
crackhead lady?
God, I'm struggling to. Honestly, I think she erased some of my memory.
She erased his memory. It was like I was taking you home.
a
like,
woman
mad
in
late
black.
at night. She was mad white, mad skinny, mad weird looking too. And then she kept looking at the car,
She
and
was
then
an
like
alien.
she saw me, like she basically like was like,
Oh God.
and was, like,
Ugh,
looking.
That gave me chills.
and then yeah,
Bro,
it
I
was so
think you
weird.
fucking
to me.
saw Slender
And I dropped
Man.
off Sanjeev, and like I went towards like that way to come down next to the shop.
So like imagine that.
And she was already across the street, and she was
Oh
still
my
looking, and she kept
God.
looking, and she was walking towards our house, basically. But it was like near the KFC.
Yeah.
So near the KFC,
Oh
she was
my
walking
God.
towards like the direction of our house, and she was looking at us. But at first, she was walking towards Sanjeev.
That sounds like a horror. That sounds like a zombie movie.
That's what I really wanted to like draw her because like
You don't
that's
remember her
I don't really remember her face, but I'm gonna draw like an exaggerated version of it.
Yeah.
Because like yo, she was like when I turned into Sanjeev's like street, she was walking towards that way.
Damn.
Dropped him off, kept going, and she was already like on the other side,
That's
walking towards
crazy.
our house. And I was
She
like,
got the Michael Myers.
no, I was literally, I was
Technique.
actually like, that was like the first time I was scared in a
Yeah.
while. Yeah,
That makes you think of like an apocalypse
she looked
movie
Weird.
where,
She looked
like-
odd. Yeah.
where like the zombies don't move and they stand in place, but they're constantly searching and standing in one place looking. Imagine.
And then you turn corners and they're like,
Nah, but
they move.
I bet she probably looked like if you kicked her, she would just disassemble, right?
Probably. She was really skinny, really tall.
Was she like-
she was literally walking like that though. Like
oh, like these boots are made for walking right here.
no, like her arms did like this weird circle
Oh,
motion and like it was
damn.
really weird. Like it was not
So, like-
human looking. Yeah, it was weird.
That's creepy as hell.
Yeah.
You can't mess with crackheads. They're
And she was
powerful.
looking at the whole car the whole time. And like when I passed by, she was mad far away and she was still looking.
But she
watching
looks
go.
like was she staring directly at you or was she scanning? Like it was.
She was
like
she was looking at the car.
Oh, because you make it
Yeah.
look like she was scanning.
No.
around, so
'Cause-
literally
no.
looking.
When I go like that, I mean like she was following the car.
Oh, she was like following your every
yeah,
move.
yeah.
Damn.
I was like,
that's
yo,
creepy
this
as hell.
creepy. And the fact that like I lost her, and then found her again, and she looked at the same car again. I don't know. It freaks me out.
I imagine
Why
red
don't-
beams of light coming out of her eyes and her just, or no, blue beams of light, and then she's like scanning like that, And then when she sees you, they turn red.
Yeah.
She's,
Oh my god.
Why don't like horror movie directors just hire crackheads?
That's true. Well, they're dangerous to work with.
Yeah, they are dangerous to work with. Moment.
Hey man,
Not for the crackheads, but for the people. Who
Yeah,
work.
yeah, no, yeah, that's the thing.
risk but reward. Come on.
Filmed,
Crazy.
filmed with actual.
Me and Melissa
crackheads.
encountered one recently too by the chase.
What happened?
Encountered one.
Yeah.
I like we talk about them like
Is it a ghost or a crackhead?
They are.
like they're rare.
There was a sign on the chase, and he was standing like right in front of it, and we just wanted to, there was like a sign there, and we're like, let's look, since the coronavirus, we're like, oh, let's see what these businesses wrote on their thing. So I was like looking at it, and the guy was like, there are no dogs in the library, and I was like, what? And then like we completely ignored him, obviously. So we and then he repeated it again, and then he goes, no dogs in the library. And then he goes, that's not a library. I'm just kidding.
He was off the beam.
He just left.
Off the beam. Thought the chase was a library real quick.
What was that fucking
What's it off the beans, yo?
what was the name of that fucking show that always has like this dude in a suit and it's in like black and white that's like asks you a question and it's like it's about like it's like a bunch of weird stories and
Twilight
shit.
Zone?
Yeah, what if we had like Twilight Zone but like it was about crackheads?
Oh my god.
Sanjeev,
We're doing it.
Sanjeev, you're a genius this show.
Oh my god.
You're a genius.
More
this
like a
showing,
Tales
boy.
Write
from
that
the
down.
Crypt
Write that down.
and-
Tales from the Hood.
Tales,
That's a movie.
Is it? Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, that sounds
Tales from
familiar.
the Crack.
Tales from the Pipe.
He went. Tales from the pipe.
That's good. We
Yeah,
gotta make it happen.
that is. We gotta do something like that. Yeah.
That sounds good. I mean,
Write that down.
our Twitter
somewhere.
needs to pop off more.
But yeah, OD, we're full of good ideas
Yeah.
that nobody can steal.
Unless I steal it.
Well, then we'll sue them.
For what?
We thought of it first. It's already copyrighted.
But yeah, that sounds good. That sounds really good.
Yeah,
Who would host it?
We need like someone. I feel like Isaiah has like the perfect like introductory dude that starts off with the story about the
You
crack.
think I have a good voice for
Yeah,
it?
a good intro voice.
I was gonna say we should get a random crackhead for every introduction, and just give them a script and see how well they do.
They'd be there. And we'll have subtitles at the bottom.
We honestly do need like a Night Vale kind of dude to like start off the
I
stories.
imagine like
Night
sharp,
Vale guy
very
would be
sharp
nice.
dressed, you know, and like very slick
Yeah.
back.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
stereotypic characters like tonight,
Don't test me, son.
you know, like tonight on Tales from the Crack Pipe. We have Bernie Johnson, a retired Army veteran turned crackhead,
Take it away, Bernie.
and we'll see what happens when strange things happen.
And then he goes, I don't even know what you're doing.
I was in the war once.
I would know what was
I can play him. I can play the crackhead and the introductory guy.
Oh my
You gotta be on
god.
the street, man. You gotta be on the street. Give me it all. I'll leave you alone. Just all subtitles.
That's crazy.
I can see that happening. We should do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that before anybody else takes the idea.
Mm-hmm. Or you can make it. Yeah.
Damn, that's a dangerous job though.
That's
We
a dangerous
have to
job.
find
I'd-
crack-
You
we
should
need-
like
we need
crackheads.
security before
Yeah,
anything
yeah,
else.
OD. We need to hire a security team and then we talk to crackheads.
Yeah.
You should really start off the story with like
I think they treat
just
them
like
like what?
With what?
you should start off the story with like a question or about like a struggle that crackheads deal with.
What would
Like-
happen?
Oh, to like make people realize like, okay, we're laughing at it, but this is like a real issue.
What would happen?
Well, no, it's like a funny struggle for crackheads.
What would happen if a crackhead tries to rent
Like,
a book from the library?
We just follow them doing simple tasks.
Yeah. We follow him.
Would you do
Yo.
anything for that rush?
Watching
or
the
some shit
crackheads.
like that?
Do
Or-
simple things.
We could blow out their face and everything if they want.
Have you misplaced your
What are they
pipe?
gonna do? Sue us?
Hey, I don't know what they can do.
I'm gonna just get my crackhead lawyer on the phone.
We follow crackhead all day.
And
And
he's
just
gonna be like, well, I record to my lawyer, but tell me I can take money.
and then the subtitles say they did nothing wrong.
Nah, some crackheads smell really bad.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, that's why
it'd
we
be
watch them
nasty.
from a distance.
You have to
When
treat
are
it
we
like
getting?
Corona.
Where's my hygienic crackheads?
Yeah.
No, they don't exist.
Make a Twitter post and you'll never get anything because they're crackheads. Damn it.
They don't exist. I think that's why. Well, can you pass me those wheat thins? Okay.
Can you pass me those wheat thins?
No, I want some.
You call them wheat thins, so
Wheat thins.
no.
I'll put them in the middle and see.
But I think we gotta wrap it up.
Yeah.
We've been
Because
going.
we're going for an hour and 40 minutes.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh my god. I guess that's his goodbye.
Yeah.
But yeah, follow us on Twitter. Follow Sanjeev on Twitter.
Follow the join.
His Twitter handle is Vanira Kofi. You say it?
Yeah.
Coffee.
It's somewhere linked in the description of
Yeah.
I think
I'll be sure to get
this
it.
one. Yeah.
Join the hunt
Join our Discord.
and
I'll put a link to the Discord.
I remember, crackheads, if you're listening,
We need you.
stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated in this epidemic because they have no home.
And stay on crack.
Yeah.
stay on crack and don't look back, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Corona can't challenge crack.
TBD.
Remember, use hand sanitizer after using the pipe.
Touch.
Boing.
Diapers.
Touch boing diapers. What a name we have for
Bye-bye.
our show.
We are